After a recent good stretch of baseball, this short homestand has been a disappointment for Mark Kotze and the gang. Two series versus their California rivals with no wins to show for it has been very frustrating. But today, the Green and Gold gets some relief as J.P. Sears, one of the pieces in the Frankie Montas trade, will get the start and make his athletics debut. A's and Angels, and it starts right now. It is the homestand finale today from the Coliseum. A's looking to salvage the final game of this series. A's Angels will be back right after this.
A's baseball on NBC Sports California is brought to you by Toyota, the MVP of MPG. With 11 fuel-efficient hybrids to choose from, there's one for everyone. Toyota, let's go places. And by Xfinity. Experience a powerful and secure Wi-Fi connection for all your devices. Xfinity X5. Can your internet do that?
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the 2022 Pitch Hit and Run National Finals. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
Well, that is Cal Stevenson making his Major League debut today. J.P. Sears, the starting pitcher, will be making his athletics debut on a beautiful day for baseball here in Oakland. It's the A's and the Angels. Game time weather for today is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Open daily. Buy your wristband online and save $10. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Oakland A's Baseball, along with Shooty Babbitt. I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, it was 10 days ago when the A's traded Frankie Montas to the New York Yankees, and Shooty, today we get to see one of the pitchers the A's got back. Young left-hander J.P. Sears, what's your scouting report?
Man, oh man, I'm excited to watch this young man because he attacks the bat. He's a guy who likes to pitch up in the zone. We know how difficult it is to catch up with that stuff. We watched it yesterday. A lot of times you're looking for what a guy has in secondary stuff. His fastball is primary and secondary, so he's very aggressive and he believes in his stuff.
All right, not much offense going on for the A's in this series. It's been a tough first two games, just one run on 8 hits, Shooty. So we'll see what happens today, but it has been a struggle in this series.
Yeah, and it's just putting too much pressure on our staff. A lot of bad swings, a lot of non-rhythmic approaches in the at-bats. And look like these guys are pressing. They understand. They hear all the things that are being said. And all they have to do is look in the box score and at their numbers and stuff. And it lets them know that they're not producing like they should be. Well, a guy arrived today letting these guys know that there are players on the way. If they are producing, they're going to get an opportunity. I hope it's an eye-opener for anybody that's, right on the verge of going back or extending their career. So I'm looking for guys to step it up a little bit, be a little hospitable, and give our starting pitcher some runs early on so he can relax a little bit.
So the A's trying to salvage the final game of this series. On Monday night, it was a 1-0 Angels win over the A's, and last night it was 5-1 with a lot of damage being done by Shohei Ohtani, who homered, and he was the winning pitcher. So see what the A's can do today as they wrap up the homestand. And there is J.P. Sears making his Athletics debut. So we're looking forward to that as the A's take the field behind them with the all-white home uniforms. And for the Angels, they will be in the all-gray road uniforms. All right, let's check out that Angels lineup for this afternoon. It'll start with David Fletcher. He's at second. Shohei Ohtani, 11 games versus the A's this year. He's got 6 home runs and 15 hits. He will DH. Rengifo, he's also been tough on the A's. He'll play third. Taylor Ward's in right. Joe Adell's in left. Max Stassi behind the dish. And Neris Sierra is your center fielder. Phil Gosselin's at first. And the defensive whiz, Andrew Velasquez, is at shortstop.
I have not hidden my affection for former Yankee players. I just feel that the task of getting to the major leagues with that organization, you have to come over a lot of tall mountains. When they get an opportunity in a different situation where a team really wants them to help them, they seem to take their game to another level. This young southpaw here, he's got a great package of stuff. He's a guy that attacks the zone. I'm looking forward to seeing his aggressive approach.
Here's the A's defense behind J.P. Sears. It's brought to you by your Bay Area GMC dealers. Tony Kemp will be in left. Cal Stevenson making his big league debut. He's in center. We'll talk a lot about him today. And Ramon Laureano is in right. Vivian Machin at third. Elvis Andrus at short. Nick Allen's at second. Seth Brown at first. Stephen Vogt will guide J.P. Sears through it. And there is Cal Stevenson. Big league debut from Fremont. So there's got to be some friends and family here today, I would imagine. So a big day for Cal Stevenson. Looking forward to seeing him as well as J.P. Sears. So Fletcher digging in as this ball game is set to get underway. Sears wearing number 38 in his A's uniform. And he delivers the first pitch of the game, a fastball at 93, and it's a little bit outside. Fletcher, Ohtani, and Rengifo, the first 3 in the Angels lineup. Machin, a step on the grass at third. Here's the umpires for today. That's Todd Tishner. He'll call balls and strikes. He is the crew chief. Estabrook, Tomlinson, and Libensparger. 2-0 to Fletcher. Fletcher 2 hits on Monday and a hit last night. So overall he is 3 for 9 in the series. Missed a lot of time this year on the injured list, so kind of trying to get that groove back. Hit hard to Machin. Plays it off his chest, picks it up, throws in time. So one away, here's the StatCast powered by Guru Cloud. Shooty, what are we going to see today from J.P. Sears?
We're going to see a guy which you just saw or witnessed, Glenn. He's going to attack with the fastball. He's going to tease you a little bit with the slider. But more or less, you're going to see the gas. He's going to make you chase up in the zone. He's going to expand it. He's going to make you see something you think you like. But once you figure out you can't get it, it's too late. So I'm loving the matchup, especially against Ohtani.
From Sumter, South Carolina, pitched collegiately at the Citadel.
Yeah, Glenn, he has quite a resume. This is a kid that once struck out 20 hitters in a 2-hit shutout in college. So he's definitely been a strikeout guy his entire career. So I don't look for anything else from him.
Facing Ohtani. Sears made just one start for Las Vegas. Of course, the trade was just 10 days ago. That one start was on the 3rd of August. So that was a week ago. Swinging and a miss. 94 miles an hour. Very good minor league numbers. 1.70 ERA in 10 minor league starts. There's a base hit to left field by Ohtani. He just kind of served it the other way. So 1 out base hit. Interesting with J.P. Sears. Hasn't pitched a lot in the big leagues, obviously, but he made a start against the A's. It was back on June 28th at Yankee Stadium, and not only did he make a start shooting, he won the game. So we've seen him before.
Well, it's amazing when you're pulling against a guy and a couple of weeks later you're pulling for him, but he's in the green and gold now, and hopefully he can have the same type of results in our colors as he did in New York.
And a walk and a strikeout through 78 pitches in that ball game. Sears, not a big guy, 5'11", 180 pounds. Facing Luis Rengifo. Rengifo, the home run on Monday night, which turned out to be the only run in the game. Good pitch there.
It's great to see JP pull out the slider, not so early, get some feel. Your cleats used to being in that dirt here at the Coliseum, and establish your fastball command, because that's your bread and butter. One thing you can't do to a hitter as great as Ohtani, feature the same thing right away, and that's why he had the results that he did.
Same pitch, and this one trickled foul. Here's that home run on Monday night. It happened in the very first inning off Cole Irvin, and at that point you're thinking, well, it's just one. There'll be plenty of runs scored in this game. That was the only run scored in the game. 1-0 a final. Cole Irvin, the tough luck loser. Rengifo right now, though, not that happy about the situation, as he fouled that ball off his foot, and he's not doing great. He's not doing great at all.
Well, you've got those small bones down there, especially that big bone on that big toe, man. I recall watching a movie back in the day with Jim Brown, and he had a big bad toe, man. If you got anywhere near him, he'd almost pull his pistol out and shoot you, man. But it's hard to shake it. We saw Ohtani have some issues yesterday. You just don't know the magnitude and where it hit. And the thing about it, sometimes it just lasts all game long. It's not so much it's just killing you, but it's just a nuisance. You can move one way laterally and you'll feel it, but coming back and forth you don't. So we'll find out more probably as the game goes on. He's laughing about Ohtani. I felt that yesterday,
yes, he
brother.
Did. Stayed in there for a couple more innings, hit a home run, and then said, I've done my damage. I'm going to rest my foot. And it's good to see Ohtani in there today.
Yeah, that's what the fans pay for, Glenn.
Oh, 2 the count to Rengifo with Taylor Ward in the on-deck circle. Outfield, Stevenson in center is straight away. Tony Kemp off the line a lot. In left, he's well into left center field. close. Watch Ohtani get hit.
That ball was, leaned on right there. And just for him to have the wherewithal and forget about what happened, find the baseball and not panic and throw the guy out. But the way he was grimacing in the dugout, I was looking for somebody with a stretcher to come and get him. Because he looked like he was in a lot of pain. But they call those things stingers, man. When they hit you, it's like somebody shot an arrow in you or something. But luckily for the Angels, it was just a temporary thing. Glenn, it'll be interesting to watch JP today and kind of break down his fastball a little bit, because that's what's gotten him the opportunity to get here at this level at this time.
2-2 now to Rengifo.
You start talking to other guys who've seen him a lot in the past, and you hear about his fastball, and I ask him, and you get to talking, and they say it's similar to Sean Doolittle. It looks straight, but it just jumps in the zone. 94, same speed. When Doolittle was 96, that's when his stuff was electric.
Swing and a miss, struck out Rengifo. Fastball right at the top of the strike zone. So Sears gets his first strikeout as a member of the Athletics. Hopefully the first of many.
If you watch the arm swing and where the ball comes from, you really don't pick the baseball up that well. He does such a tremendous job of hiding it on the backside, and he doesn't let go until he gets it in an area where the hitter really can't pick it up, and that's what gives it that extra jump at the zone as well.
First pitch fastball high to Taylor Ward. Ward, one of the heroes last night for the Angels, with a 3-run homer in the 5th inning. That turned a 1-0 Angels lead into a 4-0 Angels lead, and that turned out to be plenty.
This young man has quick bat, creates tremendous bat speed and the leverage. You see it from a guy that's not very physical, man, but he has a fast bat, and he's able to really get that barrel through the zone.
Fastball there got in a little bit. Pops it up towards second, and Allen grabs it, and that will do it. So a hit by Ohtani, nothing else. Bottom of the first coming up.
The search for high-quality meat ends here. With ButcherBox, you get 100% grass-fed beef, organic free-range chicken, humanely raised pork, wild-caught seafood, and so much more. Sourced from partners who believe in doing things the right way. Together, we can make a difference, one meal at a time. Join ButcherBox now and get free bacon for the life of your membership.
At Boll & Branch, we don't make bedding like everyone else. We make it better. We prioritize thread quality, not thread count. We source the finest 100% organic cotton to make the softest, most luxurious fabrics on earth. We're free from toxins, the way home should be. Boll & Branch is made different, so you can sleep better at night. Experience the difference at bollandbranch.com.
JP Sears, and let's take a look at the Athletics lineup for this afternoon. Tony Kemp, Ramon Laureano, Seth Brown, the top three. Then Murphy, he'll DH, Vogt will catch. Anders at short, Machine at third. Nick Allen is at second, and Cal Stevenson, making his major league debut, will bat ninth and play center field.
Well, towing the bump for the Angels, Touki Toussaint, one of the great names in baseball. This is a young man still trying to find himself, former first-round draft pick. Going to show you a little bit of everything. Has pitched mostly out of the bullpen and middle relief, going up to 4 and 5 innings per outing. Now he's getting an opportunity to start. If he's throwing strikes, you know he's going to be on his game. If he's picking around the zone, it could be a long day for him.
First pitch to Kemp is low. 212, 4 homers, 22 RBIs for Kemp. Now 3-0. Tony Kemp not in the lineup on Monday night, but he was in there last night. Went 1 for 3.
What's happening in Tony Kemp's at bat here should be a prerequisite for the rest of this game with this A's offense. Let's not give away at bats early in the count. Let's make these guys work, get them deep in the count, try to get something good to work over.
And a good take, and we got a leadoff base runner for the A's. Here's the defense for the Angels, brought to you by GMC. Adele, Sierra, Ward in the outfield. Rengifo, Velasquez, Fletcher, and Goslin on the infield, with Max Stassi doing the catching. And Max behind the dish. So the A's, with quiet offense the first 2 games in the series, boy, would they love to explode offensively. Just 1 run on 8 hits in the first 2 games of the series. Of those 8 hits, 7 singles and the Pinder home run last night. That's it. 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. So they're due for a big game offensively. But I guess in the big league shooting, just because you're due, that doesn't mean it's going to happen.
No, there's guys who get paid to put you in slumps. That's for sure.
Yeah, there is another team involved, right?
And there's another foot. You want to know why a guy wears all that armor? One swing like that, without that, in that situation, could have been the difference of Laureano staying in the game or leaving. But you talk about make some noise in traffic. You got to get guys on base, Glenn. You get a lot of traffic out there, a lot of things can happen.
0-2 pitch, and that is a swing and a miss by Ramon. So we had an interesting day for the Athletics. Some excitement, but also some disappointment. These are the moves that were made by the A's today. Of course, J.P. Sears is up. Cal Stevenson is up. Paul Blackburn placed on the injured list. He's got a finger issue, inflamed right middle finger. And Jed Lowry was designated for assignment. So we certainly wish Jed the best of luck. Awesome dude. Jed was one of those guys, you know, he'd always say hi. He'd always call you by your first name, and you could have a conversation with him that wasn't related to baseball. And I always respected him for that. He always asked how you were doing. And this is a smart guy. I mean, he's going to be in somebody's front office pretty soon, I'm thinking.
Absolutely. I think the highest honor that can be bestowed upon a man is for someone to consider him a gentleman. And he truly epitomizes that. You wouldn't know the amount of success that he's had unless you dig into his history just by talking to him. He's just a common folk that treat everybody the same, just like you said, Glenn. He's going to be missed around here.
Yep. Yeah, 7 years, 876 games played as a member of the Athletics, 3 different stints. He could hit, man.
And don't get it twisted. There's not a bigger competitor in the game. You talking about can be a rojo. This dude here, I mean, look here, and lived in the gap. I'm sure he's got stock in that company because, boy, he's made a whole lot of paper up in there.
And his best season in his career was 2018, and it happened with the A's. He hit .267, 23 homers, 99 RBIs, and 37 doubles. That's all-star numbers, and he was an all-star that year. And went to the Mets and back to the A's. So we wish Jed all the best of luck. But we're not going to worry about Jed. It's going to all fall into place for Jed.
Yeah, he's a fully stocked department store. That's for sure.
Yes. So Brown with the walk. The A's have a couple of walks here in the first inning. So here's Murphy, as the note told you, up by the score box. The A's need some clutch hits.
No better time than to start right now, man. 3-run separation is perfect recipe for what we're looking for. You see Touki, once again, the reputation of picking around the zone is typically what gets him in trouble. He's a side-to-side guy. He has no problem with trying to attack both sides of the plate. But what typically happens with him, his pitch count gets up very quickly because he just won't give in and allow his pitches to have effect.
Swing and a miss. 2-1.
You know, Glenn, we talk about all these things that are happening with the offense, but it's a difficult challenge. I mean, if you're a guy in the lineup every day, you don't have to look and see if you're going to be in there. You can get your rhythm. You can prepare a little more and live with the results. A lot of moving parts these days.
On the ground, scooped up by Rengifo, and that's a double play. 5-4-3 double play. A's get nothing in the first. No score after 1.
Retired MLB pitcher CC Sabathia is old school. His son Karsten Sabathia is new school. Karsten uses Win Reality for his hitter training, a state-of-the-art tool that utilizes VR to improve timing, pitch recognition, and confidence. A new school approach to more hits. Hitters love it.
I love it.
Pitchers, however.
Man, I'm glad I'm retired.
Train new school. Hit old school. Be ready for real. Win Reality.
Good nights lead to great mornings. Get generic Viagra shipped discreetly to your door at RexMD.com. Your consultation is free. There's no copays, no doctor office visits, and your shipping is always free. Visit RexMD.com right now.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
A's Baseball on NBC Sports California is brought to you by Meals on Wheels. There are over 300,000 seniors in Sacramento County, and many urgently need meals today. Please help provide nutritious meals.
JP Sears back to work. Second inning, first pitch. Slider in first strike to Joe Adell. Adell, Stassi, and Sierra here in the second. Sears in the first gave up a hit, also had a strikeout. That was smoked foul.
It's so nice to see a pitcher can execute his secondary stuff in the situation. You know, a guy, Adell's shown that he's hunting fastballs. He's going to be aggressive. He's looking to lift and separate, get over backdoor slider, freezes him a little bit, slows him down. What do? Rush him up there with that gas with your number one. Fastball hitter against a fastball pitcher, but you still have to be smart about the way that you set it up and use it right away. I feel like he's ahead in the count, even though it's 0-2 and it's obvious. But Joe has been out of this at bat from the very first pitch.
Adele got off a pretty good swing there, fouls it back.
Slightly tardy. You're going to use that phrase a lot tonight. Or today. Coffee still haven't kicked in, man.
Not yet?
Not yet.
How many cups did you have today?
Cup and a half.
Is that the norm?
No.
Well, I wish I'd known. I'd have brought you a big fella.
Yeah. I don't know.
I had a big fella on the way in.
Yeah.
Got me going.
That about 28 ounces?
Wow. Driving faster than normal. So 2-2 the count. High and foul.
You know, JP stands a little taller on the bump than what she really is. A lot of times you want to look at a pitcher's plane and his angle. When I talk about plane, the amount of downhill angle that you can see to the ball, which makes it difficult to a hitter.
Another bouncer foul.
But since he doesn't stand very tall and he has that fastball that has that extra skip and his ability to hide it on the backside, you're getting a very tiny view of the baseball in the first place and jumping on you in a hurry. That's why you see these guys really can't time up his fastball. They don't see it very well.
Yeah, I think that's something that probably goes unnoticed by maybe the fans. Not that they would see that. Somebody like you, a scout, is going to see that, but yeah, hiding the baseball, intentional or not, is a huge deal for a pitcher. Another foul ball.
It's so important, touch, feel, and deception. A lot of times it's created in so many different ways. Not only does he hide the ball a little bit, he gives you a little glove and he points it at you, gives you something else to look at and think about during his delivery. And you want to wonder why this guy has so much success. I mean, this is just a 94 to 95 mile an hour fastball, which is becoming average now. But it's a different look when it gets there. It's hard to describe. You have to see it.
10th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And how about that? Pull the string. Nice pitch by Sears. Gets the strikeout.
Outstanding pitch. You called it right. Just pulling the string. A little circle change, choking it up a little bit, turning it over, creating that sideways spin, getting Joe's legs all tangled up and just broke him down. What a selfless feeling as a hitter.
So one away. Here's Stassi. First pitch, strike.
Glenn, I kind of compared him, alluded to Sean Doolittle. Here's a guy we probably watched him throw 5 breaking balls his entire career here. And he just challenged hitters, and they just couldn't catch up with the fastball. And you would wonder why. I talk about a foot or that extra 2 feet. When Sean Doolittle's velocity down to 94, he was just another hard-throwing guy with a straight fastball. But when it was 96, you knew that you were in trouble because that's where he got his extra jump at the end of it. And it was just, it's incredible how some guys have it, and it's just natural.
On the ground towards short. Elvis has it across the diamond, and that's out number 2. Hey, let's get a word now from Pacifico. Sears looking for a 3-up, 3-down inning as he faces Magneuris Sierra. First pitch to Sierra off the plate.
Glenn, you think if I have one of those Pacificos, man, I'll be able to do all of that? My
That's what I said. I watched that commercial, and I love the commercial, but all the things they're doing on there, 3 of the 4 I would be injured. And the only one I would really do is just sit on the beach and have a Pacifico.
Man,
right?
I think you want to go and stop by the store and pick up one of them bad boys.
I mean, surfing? No, I'd go under.
You don't look like a surfer
Boarding,
dude, man.
You know, skateboarding, I did that once, broke my wrist when I was a kid, one time. So I'm out on that. Motorcycle thing, not happening. Nice big hop for Allen and a nice inning for J.P. Sears. Bottom of the second coming up. No score, A's and Angels.
It's time for MLB Pitch Hit and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the 2022 Pitch Hit and Run National Finals. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
Using the old baseball stats only gives you part of the puzzle. But when we challenge ourselves using advanced tools and modern thinking, you'll see the bigger picture.
Challenge all things baseball with MLB Now, only on MLB Network.
The A's Daily Live Sports Talk Show hosted by Uncle Townie will now stream on the A's YouTube channel and A's Cast Twitter ahead of every weekday and evening game.
First pitch to Stephen Vogt is a breaking ball that drops in for a strike. Bottom of the second, no score between the A's and the Angels. A perfect afternoon for baseball here at the Coliseum.
Couldn't have said it any better, man. What a fantastic day.
No clouds, bright sunshine, nice little breeze. Not too hot. Cotton candy's going down well. No swing as Vogt took a very close pitch. Check swing on a close pitch.
Hope I'm not stepping out of line here, Glenn, but I just want to take the time to once again congratulate all the A's new Hall of Fame inductees this week.
How about that? That was fun.
Tremendous week. The A's staff did a tremendous job of welcoming the families, setting up a great reception, and it's just amazing to be blessed and be around so much royalty as a kid growing up, just idolizing some of these guys, and then have an opportunity to stand side by side with them. Such an honor.
So that is out number one as Vogt is retired. Yeah, it was Sunday, and I mean, I was excited because A, it was a great day, right? But I'm sitting up here in the booth with Dave Stewart. I mean, come on. Doesn't get any better than that?
No, it doesn't. You know, Joe Rudy, Gentleman Joe, Reggie Jackson, Carol Foster, Fossey, a tremendous, a classy lady. One of the greatest things was meeting one of Ray's daughters. Yeah. Split image of Ray. Just the sweetest person, man. And we had a great time just talking about memories of her dad. And you're talking about someone who has a daughter. And the way that Ray's daughter spoke just profoundly and over about he was her hero and he was a real straight man and he was Ray was a real man, Glenn.
Yes, he was.
And
he was a man's man, boy.
And you knew where you stood with him. So
yeah, I got a chance to spend some time with Nikki and Lindsay, his two daughters, and it was great. And what you're saying is absolutely correct. And talking to them, you could tell that their dad was their hero. And, they obviously missed him a great deal, as we all do. But you're talking about his children, so.
Yes, no question.
But it was great to see them. It was great to see everybody. The dinner we all went to Sunday night at the Claremont was terrific. A lot of fun, a lot of laughs.
One thing I consistently expound on, try to enlighten other people, is appreciate things and people while you can. The gap that's been cut in between that Ray was able to connect with the past and the present. I don't think you'll ever be able to get that, my man. Tremendous amount of history and everything that's happened with this club, and Ray's ability to recall those things back in '68 and '71. I can barely remember what happened in yesterday's game.
5-1.
Yeah.
Otani was really good. Sometimes you try to forget those things.
Man.
Elvis, kind of a half swing, he went around, and Elvis is going to head back to the dugout, and that's strikeout number 2 for Touki Toussaint.
Touki's showing you ability to get these guys off balance, keeping the ball down in the zone. Got Ellis out on his front foot, and Elvis just couldn't hold back there. You got to like what you're seeing if you're the Angels right now, because he's doing it without a whole lot of effort. And what that tells me is that he trusts his stuff. And when you have command, it's very easy to let it go. The worst thing you can have in your hand is throwing and hoping. It's like hitting a golf ball, hitting and hoping. Not a good combination.
Right. 0-1 the count to Machine. Machine 205. He's got a homer. He's got 4 RBIs.
I don't think the average backs up the value of his presence when he's come here, because one thing he's always done is solidify the infield no matter what position he plays. And he gives you out good at bats. I mean, he's not giving them away. He's trying to fight up there, extended bats, which some may think are flares. I think that's where it starts evening out a little bit, because there's so many times you hit balls on the button and it's right at somebody, you're right on it, and you're giving nothing but a hang with them. So you take all of those.
Strike 3 call, outside corner. So a good inning for Toussaint with a couple of strikeouts. Machine not happy with Todd Tishner, so they're going to talk about it.
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up or I'll shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
Here comes Roger Maris. There's a new home run champion of all time. Don't believe what I just saw.
Cal Ripken Jr. has reached the unreachable star. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Welcome to the first night of MLB Network.
That ball is gone. It is caught. Oh, what a catch by Trout. The Cubs have finally won it all.
The Atlanta Braves are world champions.
get 4 tickets and parking for all Friday night games starting at $39. Pick from our best matchup and promotions with the Friday 4-pack presented by Chevrolet. Friday night tickets are available at athletics.com/value. That's athletics.com/value.
Top of the third. Phil Gosselin goes after the first pitch. A little pop-up. Hustling in is Stevenson, and he makes the catch. And he's got some fans down the left field line. They're psyched.
You said 50. I don't know, Glenn. I think you might have lost that bet. That looked like it's over down there.
That's awesome. They are having a ball down there. We got signs.
Man, I just got chill bumps, man. I remember my first time here, man. My family had tambourines and horns and drums. Man, you might have thought it was an African tribe up there, man. It was outstanding. What a feeling, man.
That's great.
Yes, indeed. I'm so happy for the young kid. I mean, to live your dream out right here at the Oakland Coliseum where you grew up, idolizing, just dreaming, going to bed with your bat and your glove, tapping it, looking at the ceiling, wishing that was you one day. What a great joy for that family today.
Quick 0-2 to Andrew Velasquez. Velasquez at 176, 5 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Sears pitching from the far third base side of the rubber. Pitchers have different reasons for being in different sides of the rubber. He is way over there.
Well, if you look at him, Glenn, and the reason why I guarantee why the adjustment was made because of the arm angle and the way that he somewhat escapes his body a little early where the arm kind of drags a little bit. When I love seeing left-handers on the first base side so they can create that angle. But when you're leaking a little early, what it does is make your arm drag a little longer and make it tougher for you to extend out front and complete your pitches. So his DNA has proved that he's a much better pitcher from standing on this side of the rubber. He's athletic enough to where sometimes you say this guy's going to have a lot of problems with his command and his control because a lot of times he doesn't see home plate when he releases the ball. His delivery just doesn't stay connected throughout the finish. But his athleticism allows him to catch up and repeat it, and he has a feel for that, and that's what makes him different.
Foul back, 3-2.
A lot of times when I walk into a ballpark, there is a protocol that you look for in certain players. But sometimes unorthodox is great because it's different. And it's allowed you to get where you are because it's something that guys, hitters, pitchers, whatever the case may be, they're not used to or accustomed to seeing.
Pitch number 40 coming up from Sears. It's hit hard, but right to Nick Allen. He straightens up, throws to first. Velasquez is out. So 2 away, and we'll head back to the top of the order for David Fletcher.
Number 22, David Fletcher.
Fletcher grounded out in the first.
One of my favorite players, just to watch him play the game.
Me too. Fletcher takes a little bit outside. Puts the ball in play. Not going to hit a ton of home runs, but Vogt hustling over, and Voter's going to get there, and he makes the catch.
The Voter.
So that's 8 in a row retired by J.P. Sears. Bottom of the third coming up. Stevenson's going to bat second when we come back.
I love the Boys and Girls Clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Big leagues of what?
Law? Art? Construction? Baseball?
How'd you guess?
With the help of Major League Baseball, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America help kids make it to the big leagues of anything.
Join Kevin Millar and Steven Nelson on a quest for legends worthy of the sacred prize. It's unpredictable coverage that will have you on the edge of your seat. Join the adventure on Intentional Talk, only on MLB Network.
Regular season game between the A's and the Angels. And the A's hold a really commanding lead in the all-time series, 524 to 475, 1,000 game.
A lot of baseball.
That's Oh, 0-2 the count to Nick Allen. Allen, Stevenson, and Kemp. Checked his swing, and they're going to say that he went around as they check with Mike Estabrook. So that's out number one, and here's the first big league at bat.
Number 37, Cal Stevenson.
And here he comes, Cal Stevenson. There's That's the crew down the left field line. They're psyched. They got that section. You better be a Cal Stevenson fan if you walk into that section. And you better not say, who is this guy? From Fremont, California, went to John F. Kennedy High School. He's a Titan. He came over to the A's in the Christian Bethancourt trade with the Tampa Bay Rays. That was on the 9th of July. So that's what I always like. Cal Stevenson making his first big league at bat. And the shift is on. And on 3 pitches, Stevenson took a rip at all 3 of them, comes up short. So that's 2 outs here in the 3rd.
Well, he's the beneficiary, or lack thereof, of 3 really good pitches. I mean, Touki is doing a great job of attacking the bat in the weak zone. You know he's going to have a overzealous kid in his first at bat. Probably saying the first fastball I get, I'm going to jump all over it. What does Touki do? Elevate it a little bit, get him to chase up, start changing at a high level, and then just put him away with a great changeup. So great sequence in his favor. Not a great at bat for a first-time major leaguer, but he'll see many more because he's made a living of getting on base. He's a grinder, and ain't no league bigger than this one, Glenn.
And you get the feeling the kid goes up there, takes 3 rips at it, which I like. Swing.
Absolutely.
But you swing and miss 3 times, and he's probably going, I was right on all 3 of them. How did I swing and miss 3 times?
You don't see this in the Coast League, that kind of stuff.
All right, now, Toussaint is doing his thing. He's got 4 consecutive strikeouts.
I mean, he's still in the dugout, still just in a daze. It happened so quickly. I mean, a little shock factor there.
just got a piece of that one. Tony walked leading off the bottom of the first. He's had a couple runners on in the first inning, but Toussaint got a double play to end the inning. Fastball away at 94.
I was talking to one of my scout brethren early on today, because when you see someone you hadn't seen but a couple of times, you try to get a full picture and find out about as much as you can about that particular player.
Sierra backs up, he grabs it, and it is a 3-up, 3-down inning for Touki Toussaint. We're headed to the fourth, no score.
The ultimate power hour. Quick Pitch takes you around the league.
Things are heating up
for every must-see moment from the majors.
The defending champs are doing what they do best.
Quick Pitch, late nights and every morning, only on MLB Network.
NBC Sports California is brought to you by Friedman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill, celebrating 100 years of unmatched customer service.
Fourth inning, no score between the A's and the Angels as Shohei Ohtani to lead things off. Ohtani had a base hit to left field in the first inning. Last night, Ohtani was 2 for 4 with that home run, so also reached on a fielder's choice and walked, so he's come to the plate 6 times in this series. He's reached base 5. Remember, he did not play on Monday night. This was the home run he hit in the 7th inning last night.
Man, he loves the ball up in the zone. Love to get those hands extended. I just think if you have any chance to get this dude out, you've got to attack him down and away. Keep him in the ballpark.
Ooh, had a good swing there. That was a pitch to hit.
My goodness.
Became the first American League pitcher in exactly 50 years to toss 6 or more scoreless innings and homer in the same game. Got to go back to Dave McNally of the Orioles in 1972. Dave McNally. Part of those great Baltimore Orioles starting rotations.
Think about that Baltimore club and the great Brooks Robinson when he came up to the plate with that little short brim helmet.
That's right.
It's a magician down there.
Yeah, late 60s, early 70s. That was a good run for the Orioles. Big shift on for Ohtani. Just got a piece of it. Can't forget about the mound performance last night by Shohei Ohtani. That was pretty good as well. 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs with 5 strikeouts, and it got him his 10th win of the year. So homer, single, 6 shutout innings. This one's hit to left. Kemp goes back, and in front of the wall, he jumps up and he caught it. Ohtani may not have got all of that one.
Now, if you're going to keep him in the ballpark, that's probably the part of it that you will. Ball away a little bit. Always able to fight with the leak swing, but not a whole lot of leverage there. Mostly an arm swing. Still a strong young man. Once again, Tony Kemp showing that he's not afraid of that rubber padding down there. Nice play. Tough seeing the baseball in the day here at the Coliseum. Oh, yeah. Whew. Pitcher's best friend.
Here's Rengifo. Rengifo, pop up. Seth Brown, foul territory, 2 outs.
Glenn, you alluded to not being able to forget that performance about Ohtani last night. Brought up the Orioles. Made me not be able to forget about the worst experience I had with the Orioles.
Uh-oh.
I get a chance to play against the Orioles. Go down to first base, and Eddie Murray greets me, you know, soul brother to soul brother. You know, hey, man, welcome to the big leagues, blah, blah, blah. He said, let me clean that bag off for you a little bit. Oh, thanks, Eddie. I step off, he tagged me out.
No way. No. No. I am not going to believe that you fell for that.
You can't make that up, man. Nice guy, Eddie Murray. Yeah, right. Oh, he's a great guy.
So I think the next best question then would be, how did Billy Martin take that?
Well, that was part of my trips to Egypt, man. That just got me closer to that destination.
Triple A team.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm glad there's not video of that.
I'm just glad they don't have pre and post in Egypt.
Did it happen here at the Coliseum?
No, it was in Baltimore.
Okay, because I was thinking what you need to do is just go to the far end of the dugout and don't run past Billy Martin.
I'll just run up the tunnel, get your stuff, and head on up to Tacoma.
Thanks, Eddie. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
did you really need to get that out that bad, Eddie? You may have cost me my big league career.
I think they had the wrong Murray, because Rich Murray, his brother,
yes,
is the most kindest guy you ever want to meet.
Yes, he is. Big Rich. Brown over again. Maybe, yes. A couple foul ball outs, and J.P. Sears is locked in. He's retired 11 in a row.
Hey kids, join MLB Network and your favorite players for a show made just for you. Play ball. It's all the big moments, bat flips, and amazing plays from an exciting week of baseball and tips to up your game. Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
Aaron Erstead grabs it, and the celebration was on in Anaheim. Troy Gloss was the MVP. So it was celebration time for the Angels, and for Dusty Baker and the Giants, it was a crusher because they were that close to winning it all in Game 6. They let a game slip away, went to Game 7, and the Angels won it. Garrett Anderson, big part of that team, huge part of that team, huge part of that series. The Giants 7 outs away, 5-0 lead, and it got away.
There's a lot of second guessing, a lot of different people.
Yep, I agree, but you knew that was going to happen.
Same people said Ohtani couldn't hit and pitch in this league.
I always thought one of the unfair criticisms of that series, Russ Ortiz pitched great in Game 6. I think he pitched great. I mean, he pitched into the 7th inning. Laureano leads off with a base hit. So that's the first hit for the Athletics. So a good start with a scoreless game.
Leading by example. Laureano hits a P-rod to right center. What does he do? Bust out of the box, make a great turn at first base, and forces the center fielder to make a throw to second base. A lot of times ball can kick away from the cutoff man, it can be misfielded. Anything can happen. When you force action and force players to make a play, that's when things can go well for you. It's kind of baseball the A's have to play.
First pitch to Seth Brown is low. But remember, Dusty went out to take Russ Ortiz out, and he just handed the baseball to Ortiz. Take it with you. And I always thought that the Angels started saying, that fired us up in the dugout. We saw that, and that was what got us going. Stop. Really? That's what got you going?
Yeah. In the World Series.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, they say if you need something to motivate you in a situation like that.
That's not why the Angels won. And a bunch of clutch hits. That's a base hit. A's will take that. Laureano is going to take a look and stop at second. So good start for the A's. Maybe seeing the lineup, seeing Toussaint for the second time has something to do with it.
Well, they're making adjustments in the box. You've got pull hitters looking the other way, taking advantage of the shift. It's a lot easier to hit through a hole with one person trying to defend one side than it is 3. I just can't understand how guys won't change their approach. But as Laureano has shown on a daily basis, the willingness to sacrifice power to get on base. And the way to score runs is by getting runners on base.
So, indeed, action in that Angels bullpen.
Glenn, you wonder why a guy the way that Touki started out, dominating the strike zone and kind of working his way quickly through the A's lineup. And you look at his track record, he's a 4 or 5 inning guy, so it's very difficult for him to get around the lineup a couple of times, and hopefully if the A's can keep that history going in this game here, have something real big happen in this inning.
Murphy went after the first pitch and just hit it off the end of the bat. So the first 2 hits in the game for the A's, a pair of singles back to back. And a quick 0-2. Murph's in swing mode right now.
Yeah. Murphy's been put into a pretty tough situation this year. I mean, he'd had a lot of carriers in the past, guys that could kind of protect him in the lineup, but now that he's the dude, everybody's, when they come in here to face the A's, they say, one guy in this lineup you can't let beat you is Murph. So he's going to be pitched tough every single night.
Murph checked his swing there, and they'll check down to Mike Estabrook. He says no.
And Glenn, that's something that Murph has to keep in mind as well. That's being strong. Definitely was good, but knowing that guys are not going to give in. They're not going to lay cookies in there and give him opportunity to expend and exhibit all that power that he has in the past. So he's going to have to get in there, dig in, and fight. Utilize the other way like he's been doing over the last 3 weeks.
Runners go. Throw to third. In time, they call Laureano out. Shane Livensbarger, the third base umpire, was looking right at it. It looked like he beat it. And they are going to take a look at it.
Oakland is challenging the safe call at third base. The out call.
I think he's in there.
It's close. Foot.
It's in there.
We think this may be the best look.
He doesn't get him on the first time. He misses him there. Now he brings, but he was already in there. It just goes to show you.
He looks more safe than out, if that makes any sense.
These guys that wear those black uniforms down there get a tremendous amount of criticism toward their way. They have to make that decision the first time.
Yep.
We've looked at it 5 times already, and we're still not 100% sure.
Well, the problem with that shot is you cannot see exactly when Laureano's left foot touches the bag because Renjifo's spike is kind of blocking the view.
Can't see the heel.
Call on the field stands. Runners out. Oakland loses their challenge.
So maybe just not enough. But a big call. Laureano's out. Brown will get a stolen base. He's at second, but 1 out now. And you know what? With your team struggling to score runs, I'm okay with that. Try it. Try something.
I'm with you 100%. Last thing you want to do is for Murph to roll over in another double play. What puts Kotsay in a tough situation is that you just don't get that many opportunities.
Yeah, Murphy chased that one. And just like that, 2 outs.
Now batting the catcher, number 21, 16.
I think Toussaint has been able to limit the damage because he's able to just pound the strike zone, create chases. He's starting to get a better feel for his breaking ball. Kind of throws a curveball and a slider. The reason why they try to get him to eliminate the slider is because it's just too close a fastball speed. But when his curveball is on point, it could be a truly out pitch.
Stephen Vogt, first pitch he sees, drives one toward left, but Adele's going to get over there to make the catch. So a promising inning comes up short for the A's, and we move to inning number 5.
Hey, it's me, the summer breeze. I just flew back into town. Let's get outside. Much better.
Nice.
What?
With the Game Time app, I pay 60% less than this guy.
60%?
Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price. Download Game Time now. Nice shirt.
at the ballpark? Start your weekend off right with the Treehouse Happy Hour. Come out to the ballpark at 4:30 before each Friday night home game for drink specials, games, live music, amazing views, and even catch a home run or two during A's batting practice. Fans can enter the Treehouse through LL Gate before all ballpark gates are open to join the fun. Visit athletics.com/happy hour to learn more.
Top of the 5th inning, no score between the A's and the Angels. We've seen a lot of good pitching in this series. Today is no different. J.P. Sears has 4 shutout innings. He's allowed 1 hit. That was Ohtani's single in the first inning. Since that single, he's retired 11 in a row. He's got a couple of strikeouts. Another pop-up, more action for Seth Brown. And he's got it.
I was hoping that this offense would be a little more hospitable to our new acquisition and showing some real hometown love and just overabundantly pour a bunch of runs on him real early. You know, it's very difficult. The better teams, I feel, they score early, they score a lot. They put the pressure on you, they expand their ability to do more things offensively. And the A's find themselves trying to force ways to score runs, and I'm with you 100%. Getting guys moving, trying something different. But you got to be perfect when you're struggling like you are.
Stassi goes after the first pitch. Brown over again. And Brownie's got it. 4 straight foul outs to the first baseman, Seth Brown. Has that ever happened before in the history of Major League Baseball?
Well, we never got an opportunity to see JP deal on the mound. And thank goodness Seth Brown has his outfield background in his back pocket, because these plays look routine, and you know they're anything similar to routine. We've watched a lot of guys coming in here, especially visitors, and they look lost out there.
Here's Sierra, grounded out his first at bat. He goes after the first pitch and fouls it back.
The reason why you used to be taught to leave the ball alone up in the zone is simply for exactly what you've seen today. You can't do anything but pop it up. And that's letting you know right there how lively and good his fastball is up in the zone. Everyone can't pitch up there and have success.
So you're saying where your outs are recorded tells you a lot about how good your stuff is that day.
No question about it.
And it's bunted up over the head of Stephen Vogt.
Sinker ball pitcher, there should be an abundance of ground balls, a lot of weak contact, guys out front, fooled a lot. And that's what they do. That's how they make their living. JP makes his living up in the zone. I'm going to keep challenging you up there until you prove that you can handle it. And typically, most of the time, hitters can't handle that ball up in the zone.
This one slapped foul.
Emergency hack.
That was past Mike Gallego.
Hello. Be home soon, Mom. Can't hit the fastball. It just sneaks up on you like grease, man. It just burns you.
And he waves at that one, and that is strikeout number 3. So right now, J.P. Sears is the story. He is rolling. Bottom of the 5th coming up.
With Home Chef, your home cooking is home nailing it. Our classic all-in-one meal kits are simple enough for anyone and delicious enough for everyone. When it comes to making dinner, fill in the blanks with Home Chef. Delicious, meat simple.
Get 16 free meals when you sign up at homechef.com.
Hi, we're Warby Parker, and we're all about making vision care convenient. That's why we developed the Virtual Vision Test app. Use it to renew your expired glasses or contacts prescription from home with your phone in about 10 minutes. If everything looks good, a doctor will renew your prescription for $15. It's as easy as reading the eye chart at a doctor's office, except you're at home, on your phone, like you probably are right now. Download Virtual Vision Test today.
So a few months ago, I realized I was losing my hair, and then I found Hims.
And a licensed healthcare provider prescribed me this new spray. The results have been amazing. I only wish I'd started sooner.
Like if you could start yesterday, do that. Regrow your hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. Visit 4hims.com.
Sears already finding out how his stuff works in the Oakland Coliseum. This ball right here is a foul ball in every ballpark in baseball, but you know what? It's out here and take a U-turn and go to the dugout. Seth Brown showing range, showing ability to move laterally. He's doing his thing out there, getting very, very comfortable.
So Elvis Andrus to lead it off. Andrus, Machine, and Allen, bottom of the 5th inning. 2 hits for the Athletics, 1 for the Angels. There's one final in Major League Baseball. That's Mike Myers, who was up last inning. The one final, the Mets beat the Reds 10-3 or 10-2 in New York, and the Mets are becoming quite a story now shooting.
They go out and require everyday players to be part-time players. That lets you know how good they are.
That's a good way to put it. They're 73-39. Only the Dodgers have a better record in all of Major League Baseball. A 7.5 game lead now over the reigning world champion Atlanta Braves. So that's out number 1 as Andrus is retired. And now a word from Woodbridge.
If you're gonna chill with Woodbridge, then chill. Because why not is a perfectly acceptable reason. And if it holds wine, it's a wine glass. Woodbridge, wine your way.
Here's Machine.
Glenn, talking about the Mets, you know, I'm blessed to be here because of them not extending my contract. And, you know, I feel like I've died and gone to heaven. But, you know, sometimes your former employer, some ill feelings, but, you know what my favorite line is, the one that you like, you know, how could I?
Yep, it's one of my favorite lines. Don't hate, congratulate.
Man, and I'm just congratulating the effort, man.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it. You know what, though? They're sort of the team that nobody wants to face when you start thinking about that postseason, just because of their 2 star pitchers in Scherzer and DeGrom. And you're like, boy, if those 2 guys are on.
Hey, I'm a witness in the congregation. I've seen it. I've won 2 World Series for the simple fact.
A little pop-up, hustling in his Ward. He's going to get there.
One staff was led by Maddox and Smoltz. The other staff was led by Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling.
There you go.
And both guys pitched 3 times in the series. So that is definitely the key. Those 2 guys are probably 2 of, if not the 2 top right-hand starters in all of baseball. So they're definitely doing it the right way.
And with the way the standings are starting to shake out in the National League, the Mets and the Dodgers are going to be the 2 teams that get that first-round bye. 2 best records. St. Louis leads the Central, but I just don't think they're going to be able to catch either the Mets or the Dodgers for the record. So Touki Toussaint's become a good story as he goes 3 up, 3 down. We're rolling along, headed to the 6th.
Nice throw.
Major League Baseball and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America.
That's beautiful.
Are dedicated to guiding kids through the first tries.
It's all good, Aaron.
The curveballs.
There you go.
And the big dreams. Setting them up to make great plays. On and off the field. Building brighter futures together.
Every time he takes the field, he competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
Coverage in the game. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. That is J.P. Sears, one of the new Athletics coming over from the Yankees in the Frankie Montas trade. Our first look at him in an A's uniform, and he has been terrific.
He has been fantastic. Couldn't ask for anything more.
In fact, he has allowed just one hit. That was Ohtani in the first inning. He has retired 14 consecutive Angels hitters. One and one the count to Phil Gosselin. Velasquez will be next, and then Fletcher.
Glenn, no matter what the outcome of the day is as far as the score in this game, this has been a great day, and I'll explain why. When you're forced to make a trade, you have some of your better chips on the table, one thing you want to do is get something good back. Give the fans something to get excited about. Give them something to look forward to as far as the future is concerned. This is part of our future as we move forward. If he can come out and give you this type of effort on a consistent basis, you got to feel real good about that move.
Stevenson backs up a little bit and he grabs it.
Stevenson should ask for that ball. I think that's his first fly ball in the major leagues. And second one.
Yep. Stick it in your pocket. Action in the A's bullpen and action in the Angels bullpen. So both starters have been great. See how much longer they're out there.
They will call J.P. Sears the fruit of your labor.
First pitch, breaking ball that stays outside to Andrew Velasquez, who grounded out his first at bat. Shows bunt, it's a strike. Nachin and Seth Brown both playing right about the edge of the grass.
You know, I know the organization was set on trying to get players that were close, if not ready to come and compete at the major league level. And this speaks volumes of what we might see in the near future.
Good pitch right on the corner.
The process is maturing. And you just like to see it come in fruition in a way that has fallen in place. This is going to be a tough ride, but it'll smooth out if everything goes the way I plan.
Pitch is foul back as Velasquez reached for it.
I'm just loving the fact that it's no secret where he's attacking. And each time you see Voter back there setting up at the top of the zone, hitters are paying attention on the other side. Hitters leaving the plate telling the other hitters what's going on. They can see it, and they still can't do anything with it. Talking about building confidence in a pitcher.
Hit hard. Machin cannot pick it up clean. Velasquez is going to be aboard. We'll see what the ruling is there. He did have to range to his left some.
Well, if you go down and interview Machine after the end of the game, I guarantee he'll tell you I should have had that ball. If he was just some old average, below average defender, I can understand it. But this young man is, I mean, he eats up everything that's hit his way. And kind of took his eye off the baseball a little bit too soon. Didn't watch it all the way into his glove.
It is going to be a base hit for Velasquez. So now to the top of the order with Fletcher and then Ohtani in the on-deck circle. Fletcher may have been taken all the way. It drops in first strike.
Pretty impressed with the sequence in which he's been able to use his pitches. Just when he's got you up there looking for that gas, pulls the string on you, freezes you a little bit, and steals one from you.
.71 pitches for J.P. Sears. Velasquez has that sprinter's lean going towards second base. And that's a thing of beauty for Fletcher. Velasquez is going to stop at second. He had ideas of maybe trying for third, but then the thought of who was playing right field maybe popped into his head.
So one guy I was concerned about is you're pitching into his strength. This is what Fletcher does on the regular. See a big hole up, shorten up a little bit, just slap it through the hole. Tip your hat to him. Great job of Laureano charging in quickly to keep running from going to third base, extending there.
So for J.P. Sears, his athletics debut is a good one. He goes 5 1/3 innings, leaves with a couple of runners on. So a nice ovation for J.P. Sears, and very well deserved. Bolt coming in to face Shohei Ohtani when we come back.
Join Kevin Millar and Steven Nelson on a quest for legends worthy of the sacred prize. It's unpredictable coverage that will have you on the edge of your seat. Join the adventure on Intentional Talk, only on MLB Network.
NBC Sports California is brought to you by Roaring Camp Railroads. Adventurers, explorers, and thrill seekers. Join Roaring Camp's Kids Club today. Rewards offered.
So the Angels have something going. They have 2 on, 1 out. J.P. Sears, 5 1/3 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. So now it's up to Sam Moll to get Ohtani. So time for change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts. Sam Moll, 2-0. 1.78 ERA. Left-handed hitters hitting 131 against him. Right-handed hitters 227. And that one passed Vogt, and both runners are going to move up. Pitch was way outside.
Sam has the right idea. I said the way to get his guy out is down and away. You just got to be able to trust your slider and not hold on to it so long. I mean, Ohtani is so dangerous, and Sam has been so good for the Oakland A's this year. And the last thing he wants to do is come in and make a mistake to Ohtani, but I don't know if it's me. I put him on first base and deal with Rengifo, if you will. This guy leads baseball in intentional passes, and it's a reason for that.
Infield in. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Stayed with the off-speed pitch.
I can recall working for Arizona, and we were facing the Giants, and Barry Bonds was up with the bases loaded. Buck Showalter said, man, I'm not going to let this guy hit a 4-run bomb. I'm going to walk him with the bases loaded. I said, what? I'm looking at it. Yes, it's true. And it worked out.
Well, they did it to Bryce Harper this year, did they not? And a swing and a miss, and now it's 2-2.
Yes, great location with that pitch. I don't care who you are. If you're left-handed and that left on left and that angle is just so difficult for you. You know, my mind is telling me yes, but my body just won't allow me to stay.
Big pitch, 2-2. Swinging a slider that stayed on the inner part, and Ohtani swung through it. It may not have been where Stephen Vogt wanted it, but it worked.
No, he was setting up outside. That slider backed up a little bit, but he had him looking so much and had him thinking about the pitch away. He just couldn't pull the trigger soon enough. Great job by Moll, by design or by accident. It's the best pitch in that situation.
Two outs for Luis Rengifo, the switch hitter. Outside to Rengifo.
They call that left on left crime.
Rengifo, a strikeout and a foul out. Close pitch, could have been a strike.
Sam Moll got a little edge to him. That competitor, man.
Rengifo very good against left-handed pitching. 333 his average. Compared to 238 against right-handed pitching. So this is his dangerous side if you're the Athletics.
Well, we witnessed it on day one.
Two-one pitches it deep to left field, and it is gone. Well, unfortunately, Shooty, we witnessed it again.
Same bat station, same bat channel. Spinner in the middle of the zone. Let this guy get those Popeye arms extended. Man, oh man, he's got some pop. You see him working out front, giving him the opportunity to extend. Might even be in the same spot.
So 2 of those runs charged to Sears. And the Angels get their 4th home run in this series. A couple of those have been 3-run homers, and they've been big. Last night, Ward. Tonight, Rengifo. Or today, Rengifo. Machin gets up, throws, and the throw gets by Brown. Ward never made
tag him.
Never made any.
Tag him anyway.
Yep, give it a shot. You never know.
Little baseball 101 there. Rengifo. You see Machine over here make a nice solid play. Didn't really get his feet into it a little bit, and that's why he short hopped him over there. You got to gather. Most difficult thing to do is almost throw from a standstill, if you will. But whenever you can get a gather, you get a crow hop in there, keeps that ball from sinking on you.
So Marcotte is coming out. That's going to be it for Sam Moll, with Joe Adell coming up to hit. So we got a pitching change. It's 3-0, the Angels lead.
So you're good at hitting home runs, right?
I've never hit a home run in my life, but I've gotten close.
Oh, let's go. Let's try it out.
We're not leaving until I get a home run.
Oh! JoJo, you're so good. You're so young and you've done so much. What's your secret?
I think I just really love life, so I just pick my right foot up and then keep going. Come on! Ah! That went over, right? It went over! Freaking love baseball.
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
It is gone!
Every time he steps up to the plate, goes into his windup, or runs one down.
Oh, you won't see a better one than that.
He competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
Experience with a one-of-a-kind Queen-themed fireworks show. It's presented by Lagunitas Brewing Company. Enjoy the best fireworks in the Bay Area to the tune of the Queen's greatest hits after the A's take on the Seattle Mariners on Friday, August 19th. Tickets are available at athletics.com/tickets.
So the A's trying to get the 3rd out here in the top of the 6th inning, as the Angels have scored 3 times. All 3 coming on Rengifo's home run. So runner at first, that's Ward. Acevedo to face Adell. Swing and a miss. Joe Adell is 0 for 2. 3-2, 3.12 ERA for Acevedo. His appearance today gets him back in a tie for most appearances in the American League, behind Bautista from Baltimore, Simber from Toronto, all with 50 appearances.
He's been a very serviceable part down there, Clint. You can almost call him everyday Acevedo because he's getting loose every day.
Got a little help there from Adell.
Oakland kept him off balance all day long. You can tell he's a guess hitter. He's looking in one zone and one zone early.
Down and away. So just one hit for the Angels through the first 5 innings, but 3 hits here in the 6th. And the 1-2 pitch, Adele missed it. The damage done thanks to Luis Rengifo, his second big home run in this series. Angels lead 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
It's time for MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the 2022 Pitch, Hit, and Run National Finals. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up and I'll shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
California is brought to you by WebEx. The future of work is hybrid. WebEx by Cisco.
So Rengifo with a 3-run homer to give the Angels the 3-0 lead. It's the bottom of the 6th inning, and Cal Stevenson's going to lead things off, looking for his first big league hit and will be his second big league at bat. He's going to face a lefty in Aaron Loop. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake expert. So here's Loop. Pitched the 8th inning on Monday night. And had a very quick 3-up, 3-down inning. 0-1 the count to Stevenson. Steven Duggar now in left field for the Angels. Inside. Stevenson played 57 games for the Rays AAA team in Durham, and then after the trade 16 games for Las Vegas. What a play by Velasquez. His throw to first base is wide, and we got ourselves our first big league hit. They're pumped down the third base line.
Congratulations, young man.
That is the whole section. Look at him. This
tough, and man, look here. The shortstop did everything he could to take it away from him. But his speed and his ability to get down the line quickly, this is what you're going to see every day from Stevens. This guy just plays the game hard. I want to congratulate Darryl Brown, the scout that drafted him out of the University of Arizona. Darryl's a local, former pro, longtime local scout, continually to give kids an opportunity to fulfill their dreams.
That one's hit well. Duggar going back, and Duggar lets it sail over his head. Stevenson to third. He'll stop there. Kemp has a double. Second and third, and nobody out.
These are the kind of plays that ignite a team. You get a young kid getting this opportunity with Stevenson, hits a ball into the gap, into the 5-6 hole. Shortstop makes a great play, but through his hustle, through his determination to get his first big league hit, this just ignites the whole dugout over here, because every guy over there that's a position player understands how he feels in this moment. And the A's are looking for everything to ignite them right now. And this is what he does. He's a grounder. He's a grinder. He's a dirt bag is what they call him. This dude will put his face in the dirt, his face in front of a ball to do anything to win the game.
And that pitch hits Laureano, and now the bases are loaded. So single double hit batter. Right in the thigh.
Glenn, you know, you look at Stevenson, somebody had to give this young kid a chance. When you're down in the minor leagues or in your college, and all these scouts are coming in here looking at these top draft picks and these guys that are projected to go high, and all you want is an opportunity. Well, Darryl Brown walked up on the porch and walked into the house and offered his family just a small portion for a bonus to get an opportunity. And this is the way that he reward the A's for that chance. That's through his trial of getting here. It's all started with an opportunity with Darryl Brown.
So they're loaded, nobody out. First pitch to Brown is a strike. You see that gentleman's reaction?
Oh,
that's
man.
the reaction I had when I found out I was working with you.
Oh, you're so kind. That's why you would drive it so fast trying to get here today.
Exactly. Couldn't wait to see you. Swing and a miss and a quick 0-2. Got to put it in play here. Murphy will be next.
Come on, Brown. You got to look the other way. Put the ball in play. These are the situations that we have to fight. You've got to spread out, shorten up, get closer to the dish, whatever you put your face in front of it.
Way off the plate. So Loop's going to keep teasing him until he's got to throw a strike.
Brown's a dog in the box. This is one of the most ultimate competitors on this club. He's battled his way to where he is in his career, and I don't expect nothing less in the box today.
Walk and a single for Brown. Bounces this one toward third. Rengifo comes home. Good throw there. Back to first and a double play. 5-2-3 on the double play.
Just can't catch a break. Pitcher's doing his job by getting the ground ball. Perfect one hop to the shortstop. It's kind of like how you lay the game plan out if you're the Angels. It's just, man, when you're going bad and you're struggling, it seems like the ball just does not bounce your way.
So it's up to Murphy. He's had 2 runners in scoring position here. Murphy drills one toward left. Duggar going back. Now he stops and he makes the catch. So hard to believe, but the A's did not score a run. And the bases loaded and nobody out. So 7th inning coming up.
I love the Boys and Girls Clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Big leagues of what? Law. Art? Construction? Baseball?
How'd you guess?
With the help of Major League Baseball, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America help kids make it to the big leagues of anything.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
Presented by authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Cal Stevenson with his first major league hit. Could not get the A's rolling, though, as the offensive struggles continue. Acevedo to face Max Stassi here in the 7th inning. Stassi, Sierra, and Goslin.
What a cruel game. Don't always get rewarded for your efforts. You got to constantly press, constantly grind.
Well, my quick math tells me that the A's have scored 1 run in their last 25 innings, and that goes back to Sunday's game where they scored in the 8th inning. So count the 9th inning, and then so far in this series. So not only that, but then you get an inning like last half inning, and then it's real frustrating.
Recipe for winning is good pitching, solid defense and offense, timely hitting. I think we've been getting enough pitching to win. We know the struggles we've had offensively. A little sloppy today defensively. We can't afford to give away anything because we don't score enough runs. Just want to go out and play clean baseball, learn from some of these mistakes. It's going to be some growing pains with some of these youngsters out here. We just learn from it, mature.
Slowly hit. It's going to be barehanded by Elvis, and he throws across on a nice play by Elvis Sanders.
The old body control play. This is a play that every infielder embraces. It reminds me of the old days when teams used to take infield after every day of batting practice, and before you left the field, the last play that you would make as an infielder is that body control play. And being here at the Coliseum, being a second baseman, you're charging in, make that play, and you just sashay right off the field because you know you're ready for the game.
Sierra's 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout today.
Even though Elvis made the play look easy, it takes a lot of ground balls to get comfortable. Enough trust to come in here and barehand a ball on the run and make a solid, accurate throw. That's why he's been one of the best in the game for the last, I don't know, this kid's been in the game for a while, and I don't think you can minimize the experience of playing next to Adrian Beltre for all those years in Texas. The amount of education he received over there, the mentorship. I'm sure in his short period of time here, I watch him on the side, I see how he embraced some of the youngsters and passing along some of that knowledge. And that's going to prove vital for some of those kids as we move forward in their career here in the A's, with the A's.
And now 1-2 to Magneuris Sierra.
Strong name.
Magneuris.
Magneuris.
Looking for his first hit in this series, 0 for 5. Lots of speed. Good defender. Angels folks telling us last week. Offensively, that's the issue. Can he develop into a player that uses that speed that he has? So that's out number 2.
Well, you can tell by the type of hack that he takes is that he's been taught to just put it in play. try to produce 3 or 4 bounces in the middle of the diamond, and you can see he was getting down the line very quickly. And I think back to guys like that. Otis Nixon, not beautiful swings, very good speed from the left side, and you just want to teach him to shorten up and make contact and make the infielders move around a little bit. It bounced 3 times and you think about bobbling it, you might as well just put it in your pocket.
Yeah, Otis Nixon, who's a really good player. Not the prettiest swing you've ever seen.
You're being kind.
It didn't matter. He could get it done.
Yes, he could. And that's the thing about baseball that I love so much is the individuality, the unique skill set, and being able to come up here and impose your will with something that's different.
Goslin makes contact, luckily, because if he didn't, it may have hit him.
And that's what speed guys do, Glenn. They make everyone on the field play different. Yeah, this is that old ooh-wee, trying to get out the way. We've seen a couple of guys strike out on balls that hit them this series, Glenn. So
yep.
Let you know how live the pitch is. But when guys see a guy with that type of speed up on defense, everybody's a little more alert, preparing to do what they're going to do with the ball when they get it. And typically that'll force mistakes at times.
A little bit low, not by much. Big left-hander A.J. Puck starting to get loose. Goslin has hit a pair of fly balls to center field. And he swings and misses. There's that off-speed stuff from Acevedo.
He's showing an ability to attack that outside part of the plate down in the zone. I mean, that is an absolute tough pitch for a right-hand hitter to handle.
Stevenson right there. And he's got it. 3 up, 3 down inning for Acevedo. It is 7th inning stretch time from the Coliseum. Angels 3, A's nothing.
So you're good at hitting home runs, right?
I've never hit a home run in my life, but I've gotten close.
Oh, let's go. Let's try it out.
We're not leaving until I get a home run.
Oh! JoJo, you're so good. You're so young and you've done so much. What's your secret?
I think I just really love life, so I just pick my right foot up and then keep going.
Come on! Ah! That went over, right? It went over!
Freaking love baseball.
Every time he takes the field, he competes not only against the other team, but against the toughest adversary, himself. MLB Tonight, where the best outdo their best on MLB Network.
It's easy for me, Sandlot.
Bingo long and the traveling all-stars for me.
Excellent call. Excellent call. The dancing scenes in Bingo Long is talk about making an entrance, huh?
Oh, the characters, man.
Yeah, I have a soft spot for Sandlot. I mean, Talk about just kids just wanting to play baseball all day, and it sort of reminds you of your childhood.
No doubt, man. No question about it. I mean, that task of trying to get to baseball, man, I mean, they went through everything.
And it makes you feel like a kid when you're watching that. See, I mean, that could be one of them right there. But you know what, though, in Sandlot, you needed to know how to play. Otherwise, it was going to be tough because they were going to bust your chops. Plus, I mean, let's be realistic. Squints pulled off the impossible at the pool, right?
Hey, man, it was some smart kids, man.
He was the smartest of them all. 3-1 to Vogt, and there's a leadoff walk. So that'll bring up Elvis Andrus. Hey, save like a closer with Xfinity's all-new 3-for-1 bundle. Get unlimited internet and streaming when you add Xfinity Mobile. Learn more at xfinity.com/3for1. Well, the 6th inning started well. A's just couldn't get anything across. And got a leadoff walk here in the 7th. So Loop stays out there. Sanders to strike out, fly ball to right field. Oh, that a strike.
Yeah,
Went around on the
said
swing.
He went, yeah.
Close.
Yeah, close. Bought him. Elvis gave that gesture like your kids do when you know they did something wrong. What, me?
What? Yeah, you did it. Out in front on a mighty swing. So quick 0-2 to Elvis Andrus. Machín will be next.
It'd be nice to see the A's battle. Just get one this inning. Had opportunities last inning to try to keep the momentum going. Figuring some things out.
Elvis does not bite on that one. 1-2. Very close and probably a strike.
Getting that shot at Machín over there. Guarantee he's over there on deck. Guy that takes pride in defense. Stand down. It's a lot in common with these guys that have pitched today for the Angels. They're really pounding the bottom of the zone, and that's a great recipe to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Way inside on a hard slider. Now it's 3-2.
I said that because I was hoping he'd throw one up. Elvis hit one out of the ballpark. I'm already 0 for like 75. You guys ready to run me out of the booth?
Yeah, it has not been a good offensive series for you, shooting. You're just not swinging the bat well. Elvis drives one toward left center. That's hit pretty well, but Sierra's going to get there, and he makes the catch. A step onto the warning track. So out number 1. Let's get a word now from WebEx by Cisco.
Whether it's from boardrooms, crowded rooms,
Claro que sí.
and soon from rooms you aren't even in, T-Mobile uses WebEx to hybrid work.
Hey, hon.
Because we make it work for everyone.
So Chad Pinder has been announced as the pinch hitter. And after that announcement was made, Bill Nevin comes out to the mound, and he's going to make a pitching change. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. It's your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts.
So a few months ago, I realized I was losing my hair, and then I found Hims.
And a licensed healthcare provider prescribed me this new spray. The results have been amazing. I only wish I'd started sooner.
Like if you could start yesterday, do that. Regrow your hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. Visit 4hims.com.
Karsten Sabathia trains in Win Reality.
I love it.
So Karsten hits in reality. He trains in Win Reality.
I'm glad I'm retired.
He hits in reality. Train and win reality. Win in reality. See infinite game speed pitches, work on timing, pitch recognition, and get more hits. Train new school. Hit old school. Be ready for real. Win reality.
Hey, it's me. The summer breeze. I just flew back into town. Let's get outside. Much better.
Celebrate a special someone, celebrate your special moments, and create a lasting memory at your next A's game with a personalized message on the Coliseum scoreboard. It's an opportunity to add a photo plus a visit to your seats with a limited edition A's swag bag delivered by our very own A's Stomper. Scan the QR code below or visit athletics.com/community to learn a lot more.
So Chad Pinder to hit with a runner at first and one out. Andrew Wantz comes in, the right-hander, to face Pinder. So Loop goes an inning and a third, gives up a couple of hits. Wantz is a big fella, 6'4", 240 pounds. 1-0 with a 2.87 ERA. Wantz pitched in 21 games last year. In the big leagues again this year, making his 26th appearance.
Yeah, he's got a reputation of being a bully, too. First game, his first start, got ejected right away for throwing at somebody.
So all of his teammates love him. Everybody in the other dugout, not so much.
Yeah. But when you look like that, you probably pushed around a lot of guys growing up.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with him. Pinder, shallow right center. Sierra says, I got it, and he does. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th, and that'll bring up Nick Allen. Nick Allen 1 for 8 in the series. Interesting game going on up in Seattle, Shooty. Yankees and Mariners. That's the rubber game of that 3-game series. No score. Bottom of the 6th inning. The Mariners do not have a hit yet. New news pitching for the Yankees, Nestor Cortez. Maybe one of the better stories in the American League this year.
And I watched
Nestor Cortez.
4 innings of baseball when I got home last night because they didn't finish until the 14th.
I know. I watched an inning of that and I said, I can't make it. I'm falling asleep. Mariners won the game last night, 1-0 in 13 innings.
Unreal.
With the new extra inning rules that have been in play now for a little while, you do not see 13-inning games very often. Somebody's got to score, right?
Oh, man, there was all kind of issues going on. Guys getting picked off, running in the outs. It was like a fire drill out there or something, man. Just couldn't get it done.
Mariners, the number 2 wild card team. The Yankees continue to struggle. Yankees have lost 6 out of their last 7. And they and the Astros have the same record now. As those 2 teams pretty clearly going to be the two teams in the American League that get a bye for that first round. So they'll be battling for the best record in the American League. And Allen takes high. So the ace, in the form of Cal Stevenson, will get the tying run to the plate.
Oh.
Just saying.
Oh, this is Sears setting up for some great theater here.
Stevenson, a strikeout in the third, and then he had an infield hit in the sixth, and that, of course, was his first major league hit. First pitch to Stevenson is a little bit outside.
Check out that bat. Check out that is just a pure D-sweet swing right there. And getting down the line. I was told this guy can do a little bit of everything, but common denominator here is that he's a winning player. It reminds me a little bit of David DeLucci to a certain degree with his setup. Guy that was a real good hitter. Drove the ball in the gap. This kid seems to have a real good feel for what he's doing. Not a whole lot of, I mean, he's in the box like he's been there 500 times before in the big leagues, and that just speaks volumes of his confidence. You've got a guy out there rushing it up there. He's able to slow it down in the box a little bit, take control of his at-bat. When you've got a guy with a high arm percentage like he has, pretty much they command the zone pretty good. So he's got an idea what he's looking for up there.
Pitch is a little bit high, and now it's 3-0. Tony Kemp is the on-deck hitter.
Super take. 2-0 count. You know you're anxious, want to make something happen. Understanding the situation in the game and what's going on. It's a lot of professionalism there.
And that one is not close. A 4-pitch walk. 3 walks in the inning, and the bases are loaded.
I'd love to see Tony work him right here, Glenn. Don't get too anxious. Guy's having a tough time throwing strikes. Tony Kemp always been a guy that swings the bat very good with 2 strikes, so don't be afraid to get a little deep in the count here.
Phil Nevin's coming out again.
Uh-oh.
Wentz has faced the 3 batters that he needs to face. Jesse Chavez is ready. He's just kind of looking over his shoulder to see what Phil Nevin wants to do. Kemp is the hitter. Looks like Nevin is talking to the catcher, Max Stassi, and he's giving him more time, and now he makes the call. So it's going to be Jesse Chavez, the veteran, coming in to face Kemp with the bases loaded. We'll be back.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts.
Seriously?
Performances, too.
Oh, come on!
Game Time finds you the best last-minute deals and guarantees the lowest price.
Am I underdressed?
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Hi, we're Warby Parker, and we're all about making vision care convenient. That's why we developed the Virtual Vision Test app. Use it to renew your expired glasses or contacts prescription from home with your phone in about 10 minutes. If everything looks good, a doctor will renew your prescription for $15. It's as easy as reading the eye chart at a doctor's office, except you're at home, on your phone, like you probably are right now. Download Virtual Vision Test today.
So the A's trying again. They had the bases loaded, nobody out in the 6th, could not score. Here they got the bases loaded and 2 outs. Kemp is the hitter, and the veteran, and I mean veteran, Jesse Chavez.
Familiar foe here.
2-1, 3.06 ERA. Good numbers. And the first pitch is a little bit outside.
Well, you know what those veterans do, Glenn? They find a way to make you get yourself out. So you better go up there and have a plan and stick to it.
And now Jesse Chavez can't find the strike zone as he misses twice, and it's 2-0.
You taking here or you're letting the shaft out?
Well, I think if it was Aaron Judge, I'd let the shaft out. And I think, too, Phil Nevin was watching Andrew Wantz, and he didn't have a real good control of the strike zone, and that doesn't bode well when the bases are loaded. Maybe he felt like Jesse has a better chance to throw strikes. That one is drilled to the gap. It's going to get down. It's going to score 1. It's going to score 2. Here comes Stevenson. This ball game is tied, and Kemp is out.
He's out. Oh, you can't.
So Tony Kemp clears the bases. Vogt, Allen, and Stevenson all score here in the 7th inning to tie up this ball game at 3. So finally, the A's get the big hit. This is the play at 3rd. Ooh.
I love the Boys and Girls Clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Big leagues of what? Law. Art. Construction. Baseball.
How'd you guess?
With the help of Major League Baseball, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America help kids make it to the big leagues of anything.
And here are the first images.
Hello, everyone. You don't have to leave the solar system to watch MLB Network. Just sign in with your TV provider info at MLBnetwork.com or through the MLB app. MLB Network, just about anywhere in the known universe.
Pitch. We knew he'd get the same pitch. Didn't want to get deep in the count and go to ball 3. So Tony's sitting fastball, drills him into the gap. Now the big question here is, did he take 3rd on his own or did he get waved there? But I don't care. He was safe. He got in there. Unfortunately, the A's had used up their other. Now you pick up great relay to the cutoff man here. I don't know. Tony kind of slowed up into a slide. That might have been the difference in him being safer out there.
So again, the A's lost their challenge earlier on the Laureano stolen base at 3rd base.
Yeah, I still don't think it would have been close enough to overturn. It's almost like the tie.
So we got a new ball game with puck taken over here in the 8th. And he gets the call there. Andrew Velasquez, the switch hitting shortstop.
I'd like to see AJ just continue the theme today, and that's just pound the strike zone.
Grounded to the right side, scooped up by Allen, one away. So when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. So AJ Puk. Nice numbers, 2-1, 2.36 ERA.
Yeah, right in front of our eyes, Glenn. He's just getting better and better with each outing. Seems to be more comfortable out there. Not so much laborious in his application. Better feel.
So we just can't get a triple. Have not had a triple in 71 straight games. Major League record for longest streak without a triple. We may have been a replay away from finally getting a triple. Not the case.
Interesting stat, especially as big as the gaps are here. And it's not like we don't have a club of guys that are capable of hitting triples.
1-1 to Fletcher, who was 1 for 3. More action for Seth Brown. More action in foul territory. Chad Pittner remains in the game. He is the third baseman.
Not very hard to envision AJ Puk going into that closer's role one day, but the combination of him and Zach Jackson down there now are a very capable duo.
Yeah, it's a group of young arms out in that bullpen that have grown up a lot in the first 4 months of this season.
And as an organization,
Danny Jimenez, Sam Mole, Puk, Jackson, Acevedo's been a workhorse. I think there's enough there to build on.
No question about it. I mean, there's been a lot of positive growth. And that's one thing as an organization, especially when you've taken a couple of steps backwards, to take about 3 or 4 forward. Give you a chance to reassess and see what you have and giving them opportunity to see what they're going to give you as you move forward.
1-2 now to Shohei Ohtani.
When you look at AJ, and this is where the maturation is coming. When he's getting an opportunity or he has to create some space in the count, he can apply that slider in the way that he did.
And Ohtani waves at it. Excellent inning by AJ Puk. Bottom of the 8th coming up. This game is tied at 3.
Time for MLB Pitch Hit and Run, the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the 2022 Pitch Hit and Run National Finals. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
From inside jokes,
hey look, it's Mike Napafanakis,
to insider's perspectives.
I like this. Plus money. Dakota Hudson over 3.5 strikeouts.
Your best bet is the pregame spread. Served up only on MLB Network.
to you by your local Toyota dealers. 3-4-0 for the Angels, 3-5-1 for the A's. Tony Kemp with the big hit. A bases clearing double in the bottom of the 7th inning that tied this game at 3. Luis Rengifo with the only runs for the Angels. That was a 3-run homer. And Cal Stevenson making his major league debut. Bay Area kid got his first big league hit. That was a single in the 6th, and then in the 7th he walked and scored. So good ball game today. 3-3, bottom of the 8th. Jesse Chavez back out there. He faced one hitter in the 7th. He gave up that double to Kemp. That double that he gave up at Kemp, big part of that was he fell behind in the count. And when the bases are loaded and you fall behind 2-0, you can't get too tricky.
All you can hope for is a guy pops up, or
yeah, you get a little lucky, right?
Yeah, atom ball or something like that. But it is truly a hitter's delight. Great count to be in, great situation.
Line drive, right field, fair ball. Ramon hits the bag at first. He's into second. He's got a leadoff double in the bottom of the 8th.
Laureano's warming up a little bit, Glenn. Yep. I mean, he won a couple of series without some knocks. Seeing the ball a little better. And the best remedy of getting right at as a hitter is just start trying to use the entire field. What it does is it relaxes you, keeps you from jumping out there trying to get to something that is going to get there you don't have to worry about. And when this guy is going, oh, man, it's really infectious throughout the lineup. Keeping it fair. What a beautiful thing.
Brown hits a high fly ball. Laureano's going to tag. Sierra has it. Here comes the throw toward third. Not in time. Ramon's at third with one out. So a productive out at a much needed time by Seth Brown.
Productive at bat. Getting the job done. The characteristic of what this club has to do, giving him an easy ball to lift up in the air. Ramon Laureano made sure he didn't come off the bag this time. I'm going to go in here head first slide, and I'm going to grab on and hold on to this bag with my life. That's the kind of player that he is.
So here's Murphy. Murphy hit into a double play, struck out, and lined out to left. Murphy and Brown tied for the team lead in RBIs with 48. First pitch is at the knees for a strike. Slider away.
Boy, Murphy's been right in the middle of every rally we've had today. I'd sure like to see him square something up really nicely here.
Swing in a minute. Pulled off that one. Chavez kept it away.
Yeah, gave him something to handle, though, Glenn. Murphy looking to hit that ball the other way. That's a pretty good pitch to do so, but it's easier said than done. I'm sitting up here.
Infield in. Outfield straight away. Two pitches bounce to Rengifo. Looks Laureano back, throws across the diamond. Murphy's out, 2 outs. Thinking initially that since the infield's in, Rengifo, not a real tall player, that had a chance to get over his head.
Ball just not bouncing the right direction for the A's today. Typically, day game, ground a little hard. Hadn't been any water out there for a little while. The ball normally bounces a little higher. He's only about 5'8" to 5'9" down there, so just a little stroke of bad luck.
Float on the first pitch, hits one high and deep to center, but not deep enough. So the A's got Laureano to third with one out, could not get him home. Ninth inning coming up.
So you're good at hitting home runs, right?
I've never hit a home run in my life, but I've gotten close.
Oh, let's go. Let's try it out.
We're not leaving until I get a home run.
Oh! JoJo, you're so good. You're so young and you've done so much. What's your secret?
I think I just really love life, so I just pick my right foot up and then keep going.
Come on! Ah! That went over, right? It went over! Freaking love baseball.
When it's about to go down,
This is the story of the night.
MLB Tonight takes you there.
How about that?
Big moments, big reactions, and big interviews. Only on MLB Network's MLB Tonight.
The MVP of MPG. With 11 fuel-efficient hybrids to choose from, there's one for everyone. Toyota, let's go places. And by Provident Credit Union. Make life easy.
Three game. It is the ninth inning. And the A's have brought in Zach Jackson, pitcher number 5 in the ball game. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. So Zach Jackson, another one of these young A's pitchers that's been a workhorse this year. Jackson appearing in his 49th game. He'll face Rengifo, Ward, and Adele. Interesting doings in that game up in Seattle that I mentioned, Shooty, where Nestor Cortez had not a lot of hit through 5 innings. Sam Haggerty then homered for the Mariners to give the Mariners a 1-0 lead. But in the 7th inning, it all changed. Higashioka hit a 2-run homer to give the Yankees a 2-1 lead, and then Aaron Judge just homered. So now it's Yankees 3, Mariners 1 in the 7th inning for Aaron Judge, home run number 45. Wow. So that story will just continue to become bigger and bigger as he chases the American League home run record of 61. He's on pace. The last time I saw, I think he was on pace for 64. So he's still on pace.
I think he's in a great situation because he has a lineup where they still have to pitch to him. Oh, I'm going to have to pitch around him to get to Stanton. No, I don't think so. Yeah.
2-2 to Rengifo.
It's going to be fun watching it.
Well, you're going to have great races going on. Wild card. A couple of division races are very tight. You got a couple individual things going on. People will be locked in for the final 2 months. Allen hustling out. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Rengifo, kind of a half swing.
Yes, Toronto's a team that I thought that would be right in the mix. I don't think they've played their best baseball. They've got a very talented club over there.
Yeah, they're the #1 wild card team right now, but it's very tight in the American League. I mean, super tight. Rays lost today. Brewers beat them 4-3 in 10 innings. So right now, the Rays and the Orioles, that's right, Rays and the Baltimore Orioles are tied for the third and final wild card spot, and the Orioles will host the Blue Jays tonight. So the Orioles story is becoming a really good one.
You know, when I look at that race and the one team that jumps right out at me that I never would have thought would have been in the position that they're in right now, especially when they broke it down and built it back up, is the Chicago White Sox.
Well, that's the best division race, the Central, with Cleveland, Minnesota, and the White Sox that close. Guardians, Twins tied. White Sox a game and a half back. And of course, all three part of that wild card mix. Ward swings and misses. Just can't lay off that Zach Jackson breaking stuff.
Zach Jackson is nasty, man. I mean, combined power, filth, and deception. I mean, and then break off a slider like that. I mean, he throws arms, legs, everything, and he's coming from a downhill plane, so it's already a difficult task just laying your eyeballs on him because he's throwing straight downhill, so it's uncomfortable for a hitter because the location of his eyes are in a different position right now. So Zach Jackson is using everything to his advantage within his delivery and his stuff.
Here's Duggar to hit for the first time.
And if he continues to throw first pitch breaking balls for strike, it's going to be a long, long, long tough at bat for every hitter that comes up against him.
Duggar came in the game for defense. Joe Adell. He's got that big triple, or that double with the bases loaded by Kemp to tie the game. 2-1 now. Tepera is the guy out in the bullpen for the Angels. Hit high in the air. Stevenson shading his eyes, and he's got it. So we are going to the bottom of the ninth, folks. The A's trying to break a 4-game losing streak. It's a 3-3 game.
Changing, and so are the shows that talk about it. MLB Network's Off Base.
What's going on, everyone?
A modern baseball show for the modern baseball fan.
It doesn't get much better than sitting around and talking baseball.
Only on MLB Network.
Highlights, pitch-by-pitch features, select live broadcast coverage, and more. You won't miss a beat. Download the MLB app today.
So it's a 3-3 game. It's the bottom of the ninth. A's will try to walk it off. So the new pitcher is Ryan Tepera. Tepera checking on PitchCom, making sure it's working. He's had 2 walk-off wins this year. One of them was against these Angels. That was that first game of that doubleheader right after the All-Star break. Luis Barrera hit the walk-off home run. Elvis Andrus is 0 for 3. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Strikeout and a couple of fly balls for Andrus. Fastball inside. It's been Toussaint, Loop, Wance, Chavez, and now Tepera. Big chopper toward third. Rengifo fires across, and they just get Elvis Andrus for the first down. So this is the walk-off I was talking about against Iglesias. Pretty good closer who's now with the Atlanta Braves. And that's how the second half of the season started.
You know, Glenn, he was a pretty good player while he was here. I expect to see him back here because he plays within himself. Even though he has a little power, he works the ball around, hits the ball in the gaps, utilizes all his skills. He'll fit in real nicely with that type of skill set.
Here's Pinder. Just got a piece of it. I stand corrected. That was not the doubleheader right after the All-Star. That was the Angels-A's doubleheader back in May. A's have played 3 doubleheaders this year. The one after the All-Star break was against the Tigers. Pinder out in front, and it's a quick 0-2.
When you call 162 of them, Glenn, I'm going to give you a mullet.
You cut me a slack?
Yeah. Just this time.
Thank you, Shooty.
Even the best.
Just doggone doubleheaders.
You know, I think I did pre and post for one of those because I did.
I'm sure you did.
Yes, indeed. I recall that.
Makes for a long day in that studio, huh?
Ooh-wee.
Tried that hard slider again. Danny Jimenez getting loose for the A's in case this were to go to extra innings.
You know, I'm a little surprised I didn't hear Chad's name a lot during the trade deadline period. The assets that he brings to a ball club, his ability to play all over the diamond, big power, timely hitting guy, creates big time swings. Very valuable to the Oakland A's. Glad they didn't, but he's truly been a great player to watch here.
More action for Rengifo. He reaches up, flips it across, 2 outs. So Sky Bolt is going to hit here. He's going to hit for Nick Allen.
You know, I watched all those ground balls, and it just makes me those one hoppers to the third base, and it just reminds me of some of the gamesmanship and trickery that goes on around baseball. I can recall times when your game is about to start and you look at home plate and it's just really just wet looking up there. Then you look on the mound and it's a sinker ball pitcher.
Yep. That's a good call. Happens all the time. Who's pitching today? So Bolt steps up. He's got 4 home runs. He's got some pop. We've seen it. First pitch off speed on the outside corner for a strike.
Well, to see a player come up, fill the same position as you do, get some of your playing time, a lot of times that gets your attention, elevates your game. I hope this is a situation with Bolt.
Rolls over on that one, and that'll do it. So Tepera has a 3-up, 3-down inning. We got extra innings from the Coliseum. We're tied at 3.
So you're good at hitting home runs, right?
I've never hit a home run in my life, but I've gotten close.
Oh, let's go. Let's try it out.
We're not leaving until I get a home run.
Oh! JoJo, you're so good. You're so young and you've done so much. What's your secret?
I think I just really love life, so I just pick my right foot up and then keep going.
Come on! Ah! That went over, right? It went over! Freaking love baseball.
If you think they're excited, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Be quiet, win ball games, then I'll shut up and all shut up.
High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
He went 5 1/3 innings, gave up just a couple of runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. So what'd you think?
I thought it was everything as advertised. He was a guy that was very difficult to handle up in the zone. He tapped into his strength, attacked hitters with confidence, and the results spoke for themselves. So I look forward to watching him pitch the next time and him being a significant part of this A's rotation as we move forward.
Well, we have moved forward to extra innings. So Danny Jimenez takes over. Pitcher number 6 in the ball game as he faces Max Stassi. A lot of speed at second base. The ghost runner is Duggar. So that comes into play. Who's the runner? And does he have speed?
That's a very interesting. I didn't know that's what he was called, the Ghostman.
Well, that's what I call it.
Yeah, but a ghost has been there before. And he was the last guy there.
Last one. Bolt stays in left field, and Tony Kemp goes from left to second. Nick Allen is out. Stassi takes. That should have been a strike. Dropped right in at the bottom of the strike zone. An excellent pitch by Jimenez, but he did not get the call. Sierra will be next. And then after Sierra, it's Goslin. So those are your 3 hitters that'll get a crack to give the Angels the lead.
I'd like to give Todd Tishner, the home plate umpire, just a pound today. He's been very consistent in the strike zone, borderline pitches that look like balls. He's called them balls, and couple of hitters that have shaken their heads, but a lot of those pitches could have gone either way.
Stassi rolls a foul. Extra inning games this year. It's funny, the A's have played the fewest extra inning games in baseball. This is just their 4th. They're 1-2. Angels 3-5 in extra inning games. So the extra inning thing just has not been a thing for the A's this year. Two and two. Jimenez with a glance towards second, and that one runs inside, and now you got a full count to Stassi.
What's been great about the bullpen and even the starting pitchers today, Glenn, it's pitch usage, limiting high pitch at bats, escaping a lot of 3-1, 3-2 pit counts. And a lot of times that allows you to work deeper in the game.
Stassi popped it up. Kemp shading his eyes, now gives way to Andrus, and Elvis grabs it. So as is in these extra inning games shooting now with the rule, and you get the runner at second base, I just find that the first hitter of that inning can many times kind of set the tone of how things are going to go. If you can retire that guy, I think it just gives you a little bit more confidence that, hey, we can get through this now. Because it's not easy to get through an inning where you have it starts with a runner at second base.
Yeah, Glenn, but I'm old-fashioned. You know, I believe in putting the pressure on the other team. You know, I've got a man on second, nobody out. I'm going to do what it takes to get him over, give ourselves a chance to get a guy in scoring position. Well, all it's going to take is a ground ball, a fly ball, pass ball. One pitch can be the difference of me standing on second base, on third base opposed to home. And I know they don't like to play for the tie on the road. I've heard that for years. But you know what? You play for the tie until the other team wins. So put the ball in their court. Make them have to score a run. The only thing that the A's have in their favor is if they don't score, they get a chance to go back out and play again. So I just think it's a total advantage to the team that gets up first, because they, like you said, they can set the tone. But if you get that first guy out, he's still standing on second base, then it goes back in another team's favor.
0-1 to Sierra. And that one's under the glove of Brown. Down the right field line. It's going to bring home the go-ahead run. And the Angels have grabbed a 4-3 lead. Very hard hit ball. Brown was there, just got under his glove.
It's amazing how hot that ball is on those corners, and a lot of times you catch you in between and you just can't get that glove down in time. In day games here, balls low, not that easy to see as well. It's a fast track out there. Brownie kind of fielded that ball from up to down instead of down to up.
So it is a hit and an RBI, and here's Jared Walsh pinch hitting for Gosselin. So Duggar comes in to score. Now you got to keep an eye on Sierra. He has excellent speed.
Brown's had multiple choice options down there, but as you see, he's really not in great position. He kind of feels that ball off to the side a little bit in a situation like that. Got a big body, do everything you can to keep that ball in front of you. But when you're reacting and it's not instinctual on the first move, then you do whatever you can to try to knock that ball down, and that's what he did.
There goes. Vogt's throw is just a little bit late. And Sierra got a pretty good jump. So now he is in scoring position. And that's another thing that is kind of developed with this extra inning rule, is getting that second run after you've scored the first run. It's almost like, and I do think managers feel this way, Shooty. If you're the visiting team, you're hitting first. A lot of managers think, I'm playing for 2 runs. Get a 2-run lead, because in the bottom of the inning, the home team's going to get a runner at second base as well.
And you're probably right, Glenn. I'm managing from the analyst seat. These guys have been making a living at doing this for a long time, and they know their club and their capabilities better than anyone. And you're absolutely right. I mean, how many times have we sat up here and talked about why aren't they walking the guy? Why are they not bunting in this situation? Well, that's the reason why.
That is the first walk issued by an A's pitcher in this game. So Scott Emerson's going to come out and chat. The hitter is Velasquez, and then after Velasquez, it'll be Fletcher. There is one out. A's bullpen is quiet.
Now batting number 4, Angel Velasquez.
Angels bullpen has Jaime Barria warming up, the big right-hander. So, as they always are, tense moments in extra innings. Every half inning starts with a rally. got a runner at second.
The A's have fought so hard to get back in this position in the game. Just hate to see them on this side of the spectrum, but let's see if we can get these guys out, keep them from scoring another run, and come back in here and get another couple.
Velasquez, I'll be honest with you. I was just thinking, watch out for Velasquez because he'll do anything. Even though you're thinking, well, you want him to swing away here, but if you load the bases with a good bunt, you got Fletcher coming up.
Worst case scenario, you got second and third.
Swing and a miss, and now it's 0-2.
A lot of people say, hey, you can't be walking with a man in scoring position or bunting with a man in scoring position. Got to swing away, but you have to understand the limitations of a guy that's in the box. This is an 80 glove dude right here. Not so much damage with the bat.
Runner at second takes off. That's Sierra, and Pinder's over there, and Pinder, basket catch, it popped out of his glove.
Looked like the camera might have got him, Glenn, at the last moment. Unfortunately, on the bobble, it looked like he had another chance to catch it. Gobbles. Oh, man. Something looked like this big bazooka pointing at you or something. You see him, he's got the court awareness. Go for the bobble. Tough.
So the count 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Nice pitch.
Now Velasquez is done, and here comes Fletcher. So this becomes a huge at bat.
I mean, this is filthy.
A spin on that baseball.
Velasquez already cheating a little bit. Got caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
So huge at bat here. You got a tough outed Fletcher, and you got Ohtani in the on deck circle. So you don't want the inning for the Angels to go past Fletcher.
You got to be careful with this guy, Glenn.
And a good curveball, and Fletcher chased it. Now they fire back towards second base. Sierra drifted quite a ways toward third.
There's that man again, Tony Kemp, second base.
He's all over the place.
All over the place. Just got caught no man's land out there.
Runners take off, and Fletcher, they say he went around. So the count is 0-2, but both runners move up, and they both get stolen bases. Sierra and Walsh.
A situation like that with a runner running on a pitcher, getting a great jump, foul pitch or something, you get another opportunity to hold them on. You've got to vary your time. You got to make sure that this guy is not timing me up. I must be tipping and doing something to let him know when I'm going home. No double look, triple look, but freeze them, but do something different.
0-2 pitch, good. curveball, and Fletcher strikes out. So the Angels get one. Bottom of the 10th coming up. A's need 1 to tie, 2 to win it.
I love the Boys and Girls Clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Big leagues of what? Law. Art. Construction. Baseball.
How'd you guess?
With the help of Major League Baseball, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America help kids make it to the big leagues of anything.
The bottom of the 10th. So Sky Bolt is the runner at second, so the A's will have good speed at second base. That's a good thing.
Glenn, I must take this time while we have an opportunity. I just want to thank everyone in this A's organization and the people in charge for giving an opportunity to represent this organization in this way, and to think that I'm worthy of it is such a blessing, man. And I appreciate your leadership and guidance over here, and it's just always a pleasure to be up here, and I just want to thank everyone for giving me this opportunity again.
Oh, Shooty, it's great having you here. You're one of the family. It's bunted. Berea's going to go to first, so how about that? Stevenson on the first pitch he sees bunts, does a nice job and gets Bolt to third. The tying run at third with 1 out.
Playing the game the way it's supposed to be played, understanding the situation and what needs to be done. Not waiting for Kotsay or Bushy down there to give him the sign to do the job. Takes it upon himself, puts the ball down before he thinks about running. Great job, Stevenson, making an impact on this team right away. Very impressive. And you look at your team over there, they're breaking your neck to give you high fives, opposed to going up there and popping up, being unproductive, and everybody turning their back on you. That's the difference.
So here's Kemp. Infield comes in, 3 infielders on the right side for the Angels. Berea's first pitch, fouled straight back. So Jaime Berea out of the bullpen, trying to pick up what would be his first career save. It's a tough save when you start the inning with that runner at second base. One pitch, bounce to first. Nice play by Walsh. He's going to tag Kemp. And that's out number 2. And Bolt, nothing he could do. So there's that big second out. And now it's up to Laureano.
Kind of strange watching Berea in this role here. This is a guy who's a projected starter for these guys, pitching in a big situation like this. Makes a great pitch to Tony and gets him to do exactly what he wants to do. When you see the shift, guys over there like that against a left-handed hitter, he has a plan to make him pitch and hit into that situation, which he was able to do.
Here's Laureano, and a big overhand curve in for a strike. He's got a big hit from Kemp in the 7th. They need a big hit from Laureano here in the 10th to keep the game going. Backhanded by Stassi. Of course, the wild pitch pass ball situation comes into play here. Stassi, an excellent defensive catcher. You have to smother everything.
Wild pitch would be nice.
A little bit inside. He tried that big curveball again. First one dropped in nicely first strike. That one hung inside.
Well, this is a perfect guy to catch a hanging breaking ball and do some damage with. So hopefully he misses again up in the zone. Laureano go to work.
Good running in on him. So now it's 2-2. Berea check. 2-2 pitch. Here it is. It's hit up the middle. Backhanded. Dropped. We're tied. Fletcher got a glove on it. I think he would have had his hands full to try to throw Laureano out. And Bolt comes in to score, so it's 4-4.
No question, Glenn. The way that Laureano runs, burst out the box, would have been close, but I'm sure he'd have been safe. Staying up the middle of the field. You got a lot of holes up there. You got an opportunity to do something there. Stay on the baseball. Seems like Laureano's getting his groove back, Glenn.
Yeah, he's had a good ball game. 3 hits for Laureano, 2 singles, a double. And a big hit there. Picks up his 28th RBI. And now the A's need one more big hit. Ooh, he just got back. Maybe a little lean by Ramon.
Oh.
Wow. Did look like that right hand got back in time. Towards second, and that's Velasquez, the shortstop, who's out there with the shift on. So the A's tie it thanks to Laureano's big hit. We're on to the 11th inning. It's a 4-4 game.
Chevron and Kaiser Permanente as the A's Community Fund founding partners. Together, they seek to improve the quality of life in Oakland and the East Bay. To learn more about the Community Fund's impact, visit athletics.com/community.
So it's a 4-4 game, 11th inning, and for the Angels, their setup is Fletcher is the runner at second. And Ohtani is the hitter, so Danny Jimenez is going to face Ohtani Rengifo Ward. And Ohtani's going to get walked.
I don't know why he just didn't leave the on-deck circle and just run straight to first base.
Yeah, I mean, we do see teams do that a fair amount. It's not a terrible strategy. I mean, obviously you're putting a runner on base, but the run you're really worried about is the base runner at second, and it opens up a few possibilities defensively. So not really surprised that Ohtani gets walked. But now you're going to face Rengifo, who's been tough on the A's. But we also said he's much better hitter right-handed than left-handed.
Yes, indeed.
His 3-run homer in the 6th inning, that was hit right-handed.
Just don't think they would take the bat out of Rengifo's hand at this time, especially as hot as he's been. But as you alluded to, Glenn, this is not his strong side. He shot us out of the yard twice from the right side. Hope he is bunting here.
Well, that's, again, there's a lot going on when you get into extra innings as far as strategy goes. This was that home run in the 6th inning.
Ain't no doubter. What? I guess he was excited.
One is hit high in the air to right field. Laureano's back, still going back. He's near the wall. He leaps up and he caught it. Ohtani tags. He's going to try for second and he's safe. So Laureano went to the wall. He had to jump up to catch it. And both runners tagged up.
Just an outstanding play all the way around, having the wherewithal to be able to bounce off the wall, create a little momentum for your throw. We know the laser has a cannon out there to make that play as close as it was against one of the fastest runners in baseball. Lets you know how proper that arm is. Oh, Rengifo thought he had another one.
So here's Taylor Ward. So they check to see if Ohtani left early. Fletcher's dancing around over there.
That's heads up base running by the runner at third base. But once again, Laureano's got his feel there. Now watch the way that he's able to bounce off the wall. I mean, the separation there gave him about 5 more feet of making the throw a lot shorter. That's what allowed it to be a lot closer.
First pitch to Ward, a little bit low.
So they thought that Ohtani may have tagged up a little sooner. And so when they did the appeal play, the heads up Fletcher down at third base just took off from third base just in case they weren't paying attention.
Ward is 0 for 4. And he chased that breaking ball and missed it. Guys just cannot lay off that big overhand curveball from Danny Jimenez.
Yeah, that's a snap-dragging with dew drop on it there. Not hanging around in the strike zone long at all.
There it is again, and Ward missed it again.
Like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you just can't stay off of it. I mean, this is outstanding. To be able to back it up back to back, that's a quality of a guy that has pretty good feel of his secondary stuff. You like to expand with each strike that you get. Therefore, you can get that guy to chase out of the zone.
Tried it again. This time, Ward did not chase. The ball was a little bit lower.
I think the perfect science, Glenn, in the 0-2 count, you want to give him something that's appetizing, that make him think about it, and then would wanted to execute your best breaking ball. He threw his best 2 in the first 2 offerings that he had. Ward got an opportunity to get an eyeball on both of them. That gives him a better opportunity to make contact. I'd go up in the zone on his hand somewhere right now.
And he stayed with the breaking ball, and Ward swings and misses again. He never made contact.
Very frustrating at bat for Ward. I mean, he got dogged in that at bat.
No, he's trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what happens.
Pulled his head off the baseball.
Guys don't want to put it in play. They want to swing for the fences. Jimenez took advantage of it.
I think he did a great job of reading the barrel. He saw what he was trying to do.
Yep. Here's Duggar. One more big out to get for Danny Jimenez. With a fastball there, down and in. This is the second at bat for Duggar. He hit in the 9th inning and flied out.
Wouldn't fall asleep on that first base side. This is a guy that can run a little bit, not afraid to do things, to utilize his speed.
There's that good curve, but it was a little inside, not much. Strike, 1-2.
You know, when I see a manipulator at the plate, a guy like Duggar, who's not a big home run hitter, he's probably projected to be a guy that can swing the bat and move it around the zone. When you've got teams shifted against him like this, what it tells me is they don't have a whole lot of trust in what he's able to do, that he can't beat the shift, that he'll swing in the pitch that we give him to do so, not making a lot of adjustments in the box.
And he got it. Nasty stuff from Danny Jimenez. He strikes out Ward and Duggar, and the Angels strand the go-ahead run at third base. So a huge job of pitching by Danny Jimenez. A's will try to win it when we come back.
Join Kevin Millar and Steven Nelson on a quest for legends worthy of the sacred prize. It's unpredictable coverage that will have you on the edge of your seat. Join the adventure on Intentional Talk, only on MLB Network.
Here to grab an extra inning win as they keep the Angels off the board in the top of the 11th. And now they'll get Seth Brown at second base with nobody out in the bottom of the 11th. So it'll be Murphy, Vogt, and Andrus. All three with an opportunity to get Seth Brown home and win the game.
It would be poetic justice if Murphy can just walk him off right now. He's had a tough day with runners in scoring position. As we know, Murphy's in there grinding it out.
First pitch to Murphy, and he pulled off that one badly.
And he was looking to end it.
Murphy 0 for 4. 5 hits for the Angels, 7 hits for the Athletics. There's been 1 error in the game, and that was by the Athletics. And that pitch a little outside, I guess.
Don't take that one with 2 strikes.
No, do not.
Man, great pitch. And this is Barria. This is what he's known for, a guy that can just paint. It's surprising to see him in a closer's role.
Fletcher and to keep Brown somewhat close at second base. Jam shot fouled right into the Angels dugout.
Hey, tighten him up with 2 pitches on the black. 1 sinking in the same location. Get him to leaning out a little bit and then bust him inside. I mean, that's the art of pitching right there. Now Murph gonna have to stay alive.
Pop up. Coming back is Stassi, and he cannot pick it.
You know, Glenn, a sign of good hitters are when they get 2 strikes, they talk about 2 good 2-strike hitters. It's not so much the success that they have on 2 strikes, it's the ability to stay alive. Just to get a little piece of it, just to foul it off somewhere until I can get something I can handle. But the last thing that I can do is afford to sit up here and watch a borderline pitch be called for a strike. So we've talked about David Fletcher's ability to do it. I think he is probably at the top of the chart as being able to command that type of at-bat, but it's definitely an art to being able to do that.
This one fouled just below us.
Keep it away from Vinny.
Yeah, we don't want Vinny to get hit. A base hit could win the game for the Athletics. Foul balls. Putting together a good at bat here against Murray with the game on the line.
And that's all you can expect, Murph. Not great pitches out of the strike zone, but Murph finding a way just to get a piece.
Eighth pitch coming up. High pop up. Fletcher calling. You can hear Fletcher saying, I got it, I got it, I got it, and he does. So 1 away. And see if Stephen Vogt can win it.
They may put him on base. I mean, he's a dangerous guy.
This Andrus would be next, and after Andrus, then it would be Pinder.
I'm looking for Stevenson. Magic man.
Stephen Vogt is 0 for 3. He walked and scored in the 7th inning. First pitch to him, down and away. Vogt towards center, but right at Sierra. Brown bluffs. Good throw by Sierra, hits the cutoff man, so 2 outs. So now it's up to Elvis Andrus to try to win it.
Number 16,
At this point, Schutte will take a flare somewhere.
And isn't that the truth? Elvis is due.
Yes, he is. 0 for 4. A's are 2 for 13 with runners in scoring position. First pitch to Elvis is right there for strike.
Elvis' timing seems to be off just a tick. I can recall last year, I believe it was, when he was struggling and he spent that day in the cage on that curveball machine and came out and his swing just looked different. His approach in the box looked different. Seemed like he was on fire for thereafter. So just looking for that one thing to click.
Gets jammed there as Berea, a lot of movement on that pitch running in. And now the count is 0-2.
Yeah, a lot of indecisiveness. Pitches that we're normally seeing, used to Elvis handling. I know if he's picking up the ball clearly. Just having a tough time. Can clean that up all right now. One good swing.
Behind in the count 0-2. Hits it hard, but right to Fletcher and flips to first. And the A's do not move Seth Brown from second base, going to the 12th, still 4-4.
When it's about to go down,
this is the story of the night.
MLB Tonight takes you there.
You will watch it all together live.
How about that?
Big moments.
Oh, baby, 3,000 hits.
Big reactions.
Bobby Witt Jr.'s first big league knock.
And big interviews.
What was the first thing going through your mind?
Join TV's best baseball analysts for a big night of baseball. Only on MLB Network's MLB Tonight.
Happened in extra innings in the top of the 10th inning. Base hit by Sierra, scored Duggar, and that gave the Angels a 4-3 lead. And then the A's were down to their final out in the bottom of the 10th with Ramon Laureano. With that hit right there, it scored Bolt, and that tied it up at 4, and that's where we are at. Top of the 12th inning. So the new pitcher is Austin Pruitt. So Pruitt is in here in the 12th. Pitcher number 7 for the A's. Duggar is back at second. He was at second base to start the 10th inning and he scored. So same spot in the lineup for the Angels as that 10th inning with Max Stassi stepping up. Danny Jimenez goes 2 innings, gives up a hit. A run. He gave up that run in the 10th inning, but it's an unearned run. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Stassi looked like he went around. No. I was going with the check swing. Yes, he went.
I think you're right.
I think I am right. Sierra, the on-deck hitter. After Sierra, it's Walsh. Curveball that's hit high in the air to shallow center. That's Stevenson coming in, and he's got it. So again, the unproductive out by that first hitter helps the A's, as Stassi did the same thing in the 10th inning. He popped out.
You gotta love the way the A's have ran that bullpen out there today. Each guy have come in and just attacked the bat and got outs. I mean, even when they got in situations that might have been dire, he found ways to escape. And that's a great thing to see.
So here's Sierra, and when he came up in this spot in the 10th inning, he got that base hit. And he smokes one to right, and he's done it again. Now what you got to do is keep him at second base. As he can really run, he's going to stop with a double. So Magneuris Sierra has been the extra inning hero for the Angels.
Number 20, Jeremy Walsh.
A couple of huge hits.
It's always the unsung hero. I mean, this is a guy who utilizes kind of using his legs and slapping the ball around. Hanging sliding pitch gives him an opportunity to speed his bat up, which is normally not that quick, but it's compact. It allows him to get that bat hit out in front of the zone and allows him to shoot the ball down in the corner.
And this is where that second run of the half inning becomes so important.
Well, it's huge, especially when you've been having a tough time scoring one. Got to be careful there. This dude is dangerous.
Sierra runs, throw to third base is there, and they got him. Huge throw by Stephen Vogt. Sierra trying to get to third with less than 2 outs, and Vogt threw him out.
Interesting play here.
They may be saying to check it.
First of all, Chad seems to appear to have got him the first time. Umpire doesn't make a call. Quickly, Chad gets back and stays with the tag. We watched this the other night. Yeah. So important for an infielder. Don't give up on the play.
Anaheim is challenging the out call at third base.
Until the umpire makes a sign or a signal. And typically when you go back for it the second time, that kind of tells him, well, maybe he didn't feel.
Well, let's watch this. This is an interesting play. Did he get him the first time? Watch the left hand of Sierra.
Right there.
So, yeah, so he's out initially.
Umpire says nothing. Still hasn't said anything. Now when Chad goes back and gets him again, he calls him out. So theoretically, it doesn't matter because he called him out after the second time.
Yeah, I think he was out there.
If there was any question, because he came off the bag.
Call's confirmed, runners out. Los Angeles loses their challenge.
So the call stands. Yeah, he was out initially on the first tag. So that's a huge out. Nice throw by Vogt. 2 outs. And the count is 1-1 to Walsh. Toward left center. Bolt's going to get over there, and he's got it. So a single run for the Angels. Bottom of the 12th coming up. Angels 5, A's 4.
Baseball's biggest moments are live on MLB Big Inning. MLB.tv's nightly show takes you from game to game for all the grand slams, no-hitters, walk-offs, and more as they happen.
Wow, he can do it all!
Don't miss the ultimate baseball highlight reel.
This is some kind of awesome.
After your game ends, the action's just heating up on MLB Big Inning. Every night on MLB.tv.
The 10th, they need 1 to tie and 2 to win it. Elvis Andrus, the runner at second. It'll be Pinder, Bolt, and Stevenson. So Chad Pinder not originally in the starting lineup. He pinch hit for Machín in the 7th. He has hit a fly ball to center, and he has grounded to third in his 2 at-bats. And the first pitch from Berea, who is back out there for, this is his 3rd inning of work. Angels still have Mike Myers, Jimmy Herget, and Jose Quijada in their bullpen. The A's have Tapia, Selman, and Snead in their bullpen. And they have Pruitt on the mound, and if this game were to keep going, Pruitt can certainly pitch multiple innings.
Though daylight play back at second base. Pickoff sign doesn't have to be on, but if the second baseman gives you a wide open hand, that's letting the pitcher know, hey, it's daylight there, will and throw, I'll be there for you. A lot of times when you put on a pickoff play because you see the guy getting off the base too far, it's one play too late. So there's an understanding between the pitcher and the middle infielders what the daylight play is in case a situation presents itself.
That's a ball, and now it's 2-1. A's will head to Houston after the game. The Angels will head home. Both teams will have an off day tomorrow. The Angels will host the Twins and the Mariners. These will be in Texas for a week. 3 against the Astros, and then 4 against the Rangers.
Doesn't get any easier.
No, those Astros waiting for you.
And Dusty's upset about the way that you guys treated him when he came here.
Well, I don't want to make Dusty upset.
He said he didn't like that. He's played very well in that series.
Astros will host the Rangers tonight. That's game 2 of the 3-game series. 2-2 pitch, a high fastball and a swing and a miss. So Pinder cannot move that runner.
This is what Berea has made a living of, getting chases. This guy probably could go 4 or 5 innings if necessary because he is a former starter who had a lot of promise for this organization. to see him pitching in this role. I don't know if it's out of necessity or they found a place that he's pretty comfortable that he can excel in. But it's very valuable to have a guy that is this versatile because you can use him in so many ways.
So Skye Bolt steps up. Elvis thought about taking off, so keep an eye on that. Elvis, excellent base runner. Pretty good feel for what's going on. Bolts tried to hold up, couldn't do it.
Glenn, you know, the Angels AAA team is in Salt Lake, the A's are in Vegas, and also in Sacramento, but all in the Pacific Coast League. So a lot of these players have competed against each other a lot on the way up to the big league. So they know their stuff and they know the way that they go about their business.
Bolt rolls it foul.
So basically it's mano a mano on who can impose their will the best, because there's no secrets. A multitude of scouting reports, a high number of at-bats, so you've seen this guy. You know how he's going to attack you. Can you make the adjustment?
So now 1-2 the count to Skye Bolt. Could Cal Stevenson be a hero today? Maybe.
Feel it in the air.
One-two pitch is tapped slowly. And that's Velasquez, the shortstop, who's playing on the right side with that shift on. So he scoops it up. And now the A's again down to their final out. They were with Laureano, and Laureano got a hit. So could Cal Stevenson? Some of the Cal Stevenson fans, it used to be Stevenson, now it's just Cal's group. It has thinned out a little bit down that left field line. They exerted a lot of energy early shooting.
Oh, for sure.
They may have run out of gas out there a little bit, but he's got a chance to keep the game going. First pitch is a strike. He's had a good game. Strikeouts, single, walk and a run scored, and then an important sacrifice bunt in the 10th. So he's done a good job collecting that first big league hit. And now he's down in the count 0-2 as he just got a piece of that and it got a piece of Stassi.
Talk about those fans that have left. Trying to hook one a little bit here. Pulled his head off of it. Inner half of the zone. Oh yeah. You're taught to put that hand behind your back, but if you ever looked at our friend Ray Fosse's hands, he didn't listen either.
0-2, here's the pitch, and a good take by Stevenson. That one, a lot of movement away.
It's a tough position back there behind that dish. Some of the foul balls off 90-mile-an-hour fastballs that turn into 95 the other direction.
Berea checks, kicks, and delivers, and it's foul left side.
Glenn, I see seagulls.
Yeah, they're starting to hone in.
It's that time of the day. They knew this was an afternoon special. It's supposed to be over with.
Yes, it is.
It's food out there.
Another 1-2. And he lays off. Tough pitch. Good eye. 2-2.
You're already getting an early close-up look at why this young man's on-base percentage has always been top of the charts at every level that he's played. Just his ability to work the strike zone.
Three and two on deck, Tony Kemp. 0-2 pitch hit hard. One hop, but it's Velasquez who grabs it, and that's the ball game. So the kid put together a good at bat. He stung it, but it was right to Velasquez, and the A's come up short in extra innings, and turns out to be a very disappointing homestand. The A's do not win a game on the homestand. They have lost 5 straight now as they head out on the road for a road trip to the state of Texas. Time of game was 3 hours and 45 minutes. The attendance 8,268. Shooty, nice job. See you back in the studio, buddy.
Thank you, Glenn. Go out and win some games on this road trip.
Final score in 12 innings, it's the Angels 5 and the Athletics 4. Time now for A's Post Game Live. It's brought to you by Toyota. Let's head back to the gang in the studio.